Peace, peace, peace to the family, peace to you and yours. This is Know the Ledge TV / Know the Ledge Media, and you are now rocking with the best. This is your host, Brother Blue Pill. All right, and very soon I will be joined by my co-host for the evening, my brother, yo brother, Ken Brisbon. What's good with the family? All right, gonna give you some time to get situated and settle in. Send this post out real quick. All right, what's good with you? Peace to the family, peace, love, and light. Welcome back to another explosive, powerful episode. Of course, as we posted in the comment section, tonight's episode will be dedicated to our brother Nipsey Hussle, as well as people who have lost those near and dear to them. All right. Turn this up a little. All right. With no further ado, let me go and open the line for our co-host. Peace.
What's good, bro? What it do?
How you, family?
Oh man, good day I'm okay, bad day I'm okay.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
What's
indeed.
happening?
Hey, it's been a long, interesting day. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any complaints. I'm just realizing that there's just so much to be done. Life is taking on a whole new excitement during these particular days and times. So being able to absorb it all and catch it all and put narrative to it, you know what I'm saying? While you in the midst of something you too close to it to capture it all, to catch it all. So afterwards, when it all settles in and you take stock, the universe is lining up, showing itself, you know, more so for those who have prepared for it. And um, I have a tendency to think that when we talk about masculine and feminine aspects, you spoke about it not too long ago in one of these talks about it, not necessarily being gender based, but more so something energetic, you know, and magnetism would be considered a feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? So it seems like the people who are more so magnetizing and moving towards life and showing appreciation for the breath that we're breathing, because breath is also espirito, is spirit. So breath is life itself. And we live at a particular time where, clean air is going to become a commodity. It's precious commodity, because the air, the spirit is fumigated. You know what I'm saying? It has particulates and particles. It could potentially be deadly. So they're saying that death is floating through the air. Death is coinciding and riding on the wave of life right now. And for someone who loves and appreciates life and is pulling up all of that good prana, you can also be ingesting a piece of death. You know what I'm saying? So every day out here that I'm allowed to participate in the good pumping of air and oxygen, you know what I'm saying, in that particular cycle, and making the best of it. I have a different appreciation for time. I have a different appreciation for life. I have a different appreciation for breath, and all of the things that come with it, and a different appreciation for the people who have taught us precious lessons about appreciating and never losing focus of that breath. That every moment of that breath that's being taken, don't take it for granted.
Man, same, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's in a weird way, yo, it's crazy, but it's a great time to be alive, bro. Seriously.
But
Um,
there's
and
there's a flip side.
yeah, there's a flip side. It's a great time to be alive. You know what? we become the best version of ourselves through conflict. The problem was, bro, for real, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but America in general, even at the bottom, even in the poor class, like the dirt poor class, America been gravy, bro. For real. If
Hasn't really known too much adversary in terms of, you know, having their neck under the guillotine constantly. It's always been voluntarily, right? In the pursuit of things that you have been marketed and advertised as necessities or essentials. You feel me? Where people would tell me that they would go to other countries and people would be living in abject poverty with holes in the roof, 14 or 15 people to a home, but yet be mega happy, be mega productive, you know what I'm saying? And still maintain themselves as a unit, as a family, where in the America, you could have access to all of the trappings and all of the things that allegedly lead to happiness and success.
Mhm.
And none of that shit means nothing today for a lot of people.
That's
You
a
feel
fact.
me? So what was it all for? You know, was they sold a blank check, or was they not prepared for the real world? Was the illusion and the sweet nectar of Americanism so sweet, you feel me, that it rocked the people to sleep, that they somewhat were like fully sedated when the thing came around, whatever that thing is. And that thing, once again, going back into scriptures, tantamount to when they said, yo, the warnings had came and the people was just drinking and being merry and folly.
Hmm.
You feel me? And the
Yeah.
shit caught them slipping, it caught them partying and bullshitting. I'm seeing a lot of that analogy in this particular situation or the potential for it. You feel me?
It says a lot when you live in a society and you guys are beefing about who should eat first, the man or the kids. You know that means you live in a society that's pretty gravy if that's the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, for black men and black women to have conflict, that means you live in a first world country where you don't have to stick together. You have space and opportunity that you can survive without each other. That means it's gravy where you live, right? Do you notice how all those issues that was going on in Black America, that shit doesn't matter right now
At all.
at all, right? You don't the transgender, can they go to this restroom? It doesn't matter right now. You know, lace fronts and bad bitches don't matter right now. What's a bad bitch right now? What that look like?
3 weeks into the quarantine.
What that look like?
Look like what that
What that
look
look
like.
like? Hey, guess what? All the conversations about 50-50 relationships, what that look like right now? Hmm? All
I
the
got
clowning, all the clowning men that when they were saying, you know what, a man's supposed to do this, a man's supposed to do that. What kind of country you live in that allows you to talk that way, right? So the average American has no firm understanding about the rest of the world and how other people live. They have no clue about Slumdog Millionaire, right? They had the America so gravy, a motherfucker has dietary options. Even right now in a crisis, vegans are still vegan. That means you live in a fire ass country that you're going through a global crisis and you're still vegan. You haven't been pushed to the brink of eating out of trash cans and shit. You haven't been pushed to the brink of eating hot dogs. You still pretty much can eat what you want. We still watch Netflix. This is a crisis going on, and we still got Netflix, my nigga. We still got Apple Music.
yeah.
Niggas
You have
still
many
speaking
amenities.
loud, hitting bottoms. Niggas getting top right now.
Facts.
Top and you getting top and bottom right now. and it's they're walking us into a nationwide shutdown, and niggas is still, you still got
No,
options.
the global economy collapsed, and niggas is still on NBA 2K, and they're about to have a whole NBA sponsored league. And you would never know if you took in the temperature of niggas. Like if you had a thermometer gun and you was running around and like the Chinese taking the temperature of niggas running up on the whips, you would never know. And that could be a beautiful and a bad thing, potentially, depending on how this plays out.
It's both. I mean, it's
Yeah,
both.
Rob said it's not either or, it's quantum, it's both in this particular era. And I'm seeing that on so many levels, you know?
It's both. You know what I'm saying? So it's a weird thing, but at the same time, it's still a gravy time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? It's still a crazy time to be alive because, you know, let's keep it real. America was too gravy. People are soft, yo.
Very much.
We had a lot of, for the first time in history, human beings actually had time to waste, right? We live in a for example, let's take Las Vegas. Las Vegas is in a desert. For 1 second, when you walk in the strip, you forget you're in a desert, bro. Right? So we live in a games and theater society. You know what I mean? Where you're really bugging because where you're away from harm. You're not battling animals and
Right.
killer
You're not
mosquitoes.
you're not up against the elements. You're not, they said that nature really is trying to murk you every chance it gets. You know what I'm saying? In some societies, people are mindful of that nature is somewhat hostile to humanity. It's not a promising situation. We were inserted in sort of a curated, domesticated Hollywood set of a world, the Truman Show, where things were made to seem for you. They built a bubble and you bought into it, or you was fed this particular concept of this is what life is. This is what life is inside of the bubble. When you go outside of the bubble, oh no, rules change.
Hmm.
But you have never had to do that. When you go to safari, you go, in a protectorate. When you go to the zoo, the animals are kept away from you. You don't even know if you were a horse whisperer or not. You never had to tap into that particular potent latent ability. You don't know what your communication skills are. You don't know if you have telepathic powers. But I met a farmer, an elder, and it's out here in Georgia, who taught the horse how to count. Right. So we went to see him, and the horse, he would hold the clock up to the horse, and the horse could count. He would ask the horse how many people are there, and the horse would count on his hoof. I have video of all of this. He would ask the horse how many men was there versus how many women, and the horse will respond in due form. You understand? So I I see all type of unexplainable things that we have no idea what we have the ability to unlock because we've never been put in that position. You know what I'm saying? We've been city slicking on a hamster wheel for a long time,
Yeah, for sure.
and we lost the concept of what tapping in really means. You know what I'm saying? Going into the forest and having to forage for food, identifying what these plants are, knowing how to start a fire. People don't even know how to do that, right? There's people that will acquire land right now, land and trees, and still freeze to death because they don't know how to make wood out of the fire or homes out of that wood. What if you got expelled from the crib, but you got inherited some land? You would still freeze and starve to death because you don't know how to cultivate the land or utilize the land for lodging. So, what is life?
Real spill. So you know it's weird.
I mean,
It's
how advanced is the human if the prehistoric human all the way up to this modern day, you know what I'm saying, prototypical being that is being primed for the advancement of the species by way of transhumanism and all of these other things can't do the things that his ancestors did thousands of years ago or hundreds.
What you mean by that?
In the 1920s, our ancestors could go into the field and cultivate an entire field full of food. In the 1920s, our ancestors knew how to move through the planet and the earth navigationally utilizing the North Star, or they had, a subtle connection with earth energies where they can feel magnetic fields. They knew when the rain was coming. They knew when the tornadoes was coming. They knew when the earthquake was coming. Mama could go into the bush and not be indigenous to the land and still be able to, with the touch of her fingers, tell which herb was which good for what. We had a symbiotic relationship and communication. We had Bluetooth and Wi-Fi and nature. But post 1945 in the military industrial age, in a radioactive age, we replaced a lot of those things with technology, right? This is the technosphere that we live in now. And our dependency on that communication has been externalized. So we use apps to tell us what time it is, or different forms of devices. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when this entire test run, this entire assignment, planetarily wise, man has his hand in this, but so does spirit. It's about inner cultivation. You getting to know yourself and find out what you made of. Because, like you said earlier, whoever makes it out of this represents the next species, the jump. Because
Mm-hmm.
trial through fire, you're gonna have to pick up the essentials, right? The essentials is the basic instructions before leaving Earth. What are your essentials? Do you know your essentials? Did you get past your ABCs and your one, two, threes before you move to calculus? Right? It has to be a different frequency that represents the inhabitants of this planet because the last people jacked it up. And we're seeing who those people are because it's all coming out in front of us. But there's a lot of different convergent dialogues where even the people who are captive audiences and bearing witness and looking at TV that is telling lies to their vision, they can't even really discern what they see. And then there's a lot of confusion online with people in conspiracy theory formats. They throwing everything at the wall. You dig what I'm saying? And that shit goes viral more than the information that is considered pretty much useful. People are now entertained by conspiracy theories. Everybody got indicted. They got this person's house cordoned off, and they dragging this person out, and they're gonna do mass arrest. And okay, maybe they might slip some renditions into that shit though. So why are you excited about it? What the fuck you gonna do if you hear a door knock? What if your name is on that list? So it's you know there doesn't seem to be a any urge for mobilization or movement, even on the economic front, right, to exploit the situation that's taking place with the financial markets. How do you jug in an environment like this, right? When Babylon is falling, why don't you put a put option on it? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't we
Uh,
put option on the fall of Babylon? Like that investor that did the other day, what his name, Ackerman?
yeah, you sent me that article. Yeah, yeah, he bubbled. He killed it.
He put a stop on the fall of Babylon, and he walked
Or
away.
or look, or put the stock on yourself,
Put the stop on yourself.
or bet on yourself, bet on your abilities right now. But the thing about it is, yo, everybody ain't gonna go. That's the thing. That's a teaching that I think all of us have came with, that the world is never changed by large groups of people, yo. Never. It's always a small group of people that change big shit, right?
Right.
A small round table run billion-dollar companies. A minority of people run a hedge fund. Or look at Ray Diallo, he's running Look at what type of hedge fund he's running with private capital. We're talking about billions of dollars. That's one person. We because of let's just say niggas have a weed concept. They're waiting to be told what a large group of people are doing. We need this. We need to do that. Like, where would you even get the memo from that that's even happening? How would you find out? Right? That's number one. Number two, you mentioned the thing about people not be having the skill set that people of old had, and how just people are going further and further away from those kind of dynamics. Why, I don't know. But when you were talking, I was like, okay, everything people say about humanity makes me understand why people should control population growth. There is nothing about humanity that tells me that we need more people on the planet. To be able to police yourself is a skill set. For real, if you can't get along with the person you had a child with, why should you have more kids? The majority of people can't be in the room with the person they had a child with. And you're telling me, and what you're doing is you're forcing people to come in and tell you how to behave. People need government to tell them how to behave. They can't police themselves. Right? So we're so concerned. People are so concerned with population. Oh, they're trying to control the population. Why not? What is it about? What there is no, I don't have no fucking faith in, for the planet's sake. Even just forget the babies. I'm talking about the planet's sake. There is nothing that tells me that the future looks bright. Look at, let's be clear. Love and Hip Hop has been running 10 years. That has an audience. You're telling me that audience should reproduce?
Locked in.
Right?
Faithful.
Have they stopped killing in neighborhoods? No, they haven't. Right? Do people know what to eat? No, they don't. That's a favor to the planet to be like, you know what? You people won't, because no matter what the condition is, the human being is always going to have babies. A comet can hit this earth right now, a nigga's gonna knock a breezy up still. Why do you fucking keep having kids? Explain that to me. What is the end game? So what you're doing is you're forcing people to step in because you don't police yourself. Bro, I have one kid, man. One. That is the smartest decision to do, to have one child right now. Right? I don't need governing. I govern my fucking self. I don't need government to tell me what to do. I don't need them to step in and tell me how to be married. I don't need them to step in and tell me how to get along with my son's mother. I don't have to be on child support. None of that shit. None of that shit. When I figure out how to make my own food and build my own house, really be autonomous. Right? Like the human, now what you're talking about, those people that knew how to do that, they also was autonomous. They governed themselves. They didn't have a welfare state. They didn't receive food stamps.
Right.
They didn't, when it was time for war, they didn't call someone outside of their family to come protect them. They created gods and mythology in their own image after their own likeness. So there's a reason why they would know how to cultivate the land. That is a grown-up. That is a person that knows how to govern themselves. You don't plant your harvest at your crops at the right time, you're fucked up. No one's gonna save you neither.
Nobody.
You're on your own. Right? So
this what we might call this universal welfare state, you know what I'm saying? It was blanketed across the country where necessarily have to fend for himself to eat, but it would be provided for him through mass production. In the age of mass production, this was relatively recent that this development happened where, man wasn't responsible primarily for being he now was not the hunter gatherer. He became the breadwinner who, with his skill set, was able to go and put forth a level of labor, and in exchange for that labor, he would make a percentage based on his sweat equity, and with those pence or that particular percentage, now he would go automation of food by way of a store. All of this is recent. We're treating it like this has been going on forever. I don't think before the 1900s that sort of dynamic existed. You feel me? And all I could probably conceive to be the 50s or the 60s, we were cognizant of how to go out, and get it if necessary and needed. Hence the fact that when we were producers and we were responsible for production, then we had a big produce in terms of our children, our pride, right? 12, 13 children in the family, and the daddy just worked in the factory or the daddy worked the land. You feel me? But he was a producer. He was part of something that represented a production line, an assembly. He worked in unison. There had to be a level of unification. I feel that if the people were even unified, just in a commune sense, like you lived in a commune, not even a community, right? Think about documentary, right? Wild Wild Country. Now they had they think 755 acres. They had an entire city there, right? With a good amount of people, about 500 people.
Probably. Yeah, it looked like a nice
It was Diamond, right?
Maybe.
And Osho and them, they put some cut in the mix, because they were dealing with a different sort of indoctrination by way of psychology. So they put a different type of cut in the mix. But that model that they employed, that's a winnable model that if employed by somebody else, right, maybe a few times over, like they say in the Matrix, look, they done tried this shit 6 times and it failed. How many times have we tried autonomously doing for self to say that it failed? Niggas are still making references to Black Wall Street, right? Without saying, yo, I learned from that situation. You feel me? And we took a tangible assessment of what went wrong the last time, and we were able to prepare for it. You feel me? When there's a situation that we have available to us right now, where by way of cultivating the hemp plant, we could still continue this conversation about this God's miracle plan, if you will, that provides food, clothing, and shelter. And the technology that comes forward from the ingenuity kind of solves a lot of the issues that people are speaking about right now that have popped up out of this quote unquote pandemic. You feel me? So once again, we got access to answers of a collective amount of bodies at the table. We can go through with our contingency plans or our emergency plans. We still treating this shit like, when I get off of quarantine, you know what I'm saying? You got 1,000 ways that you're gonna spend $1,200. What happens when that shit run out?
What about it? Everybody can go.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned Wild Wild Country. But like I just said, the world has not changed with large bodies of people, small groups of people, right? So if the people that was with Osho up in Oregon, if the number was 500, that's a small body of people, right? This is a new ideal, bro. Of this group think. We, right? When we talk about the British Crown, that's a small group of people controlling a large body of people. Right? That's only thing you need is a small amount of capable individuals to control a large amount of group of people and get the large group of people to do the work. period, right? We study the Anunnaki. How many was it of them, right? Let's just say it's a little bit of them. And they created a large group of people to do the work. That is the business model,
Fact.
right? Mind controls bodies, right? Listen to what I'm saying. Mind controls bodies. The issue is niggas on the bottom think like labor. It's always labor conversation. Niggas, what they call the 1%, think with mind. Mind. And niggas put morality where mind goes. They put right and wrong where mind goes. Mind controls body. Man controls alpha male. What that mean? Very smart people with small bodies control niggas with big bodies.
Facts. Niggas with big bodies control people with big bodies.
Peep that. Look at Bill Gates, right? People say that things about Bill Gates. He's a scrawny dude. You can steal that nigga. He ain't got no hands. His mind is big though. So a real shriveled up person is giving you problems.
Epstein, Weinstein. I mean, he got a vagina. You know what I'm saying?
So
he got a vajayjay.
Look, let's be clear. Like we have to draw these distinctions. Alpha male, beta male. That's physical, right? So that's speaking of a herd. An alpha male is the physically dominant in the herd. You are the biggest, fastest, strongest, right? Man is not body. Man is mind. So man does not have to be physically strong. Man is all mind. So man comes through and quote unquote civilizes alpha male, right? The richest people in the world are not bodybuilders, my nigga. They're very puny, strong, scrawny men. And the dudes that surround them are big and they have big guns. So the thinkers control the doers. Okay. So in any society, mind will always dominate physical, because with physical is one component that people cannot get past, which is emotions. Emotions don't go in the death realm, bro. What you want and your feelings, when did that fucking ever matter? The Kabbalion doesn't say anything about feelings. It says the universe is mental. Is that what it says?
Facts.
Does the Kabbalion say anywhere about emotions? Right? The alpha male, the what stops an alpha male from going to man is emotions.
That's a purely human characteristic, you know, about the different stimulus of life. You know what I'm saying? And man's still trying to figure this shit out in one lifetime. But they can't necessarily say as above, so below, because on what plane does that translate to? Where is that carried over to?
What's
There's
that?
no stories of that.
What's that?
I mean, they do tell you the emotion, quote unquote. Even though they do tell you that there's a God, and you know, I've been in ceremony and they say to be arrogant and things of this nature. A level of that human faculty that we identify with, which is weird, but
I mean, so in a time like this, who are those that are gonna survive? The biggest, fastest, strongest? No, what's that gonna do? What is being big, fast, and strong gonna do right now? Absolutely nothing, right? But if I use my mind and I control big, fast, strong people, I'll have everything I want. Now, how is it that a very puny guy could control a very big guy? Is because the very big guy can't govern himself. can't control himself. He's a slave to his bigness. He's a slave to his speed. He's a slave to his biological urge. Right? What the so-called elite or 1% have to tell the 99% what to do with their biological urges. The biggest, fastest, strongest, the alpha male has no control over their biological urges. So look, you and I talked about this before. You have male lions, male sharks, male dogs. What's the difference between those males and human males? Absolutely nothing. The human male can do one thing that those things can't. The human male can transition to a whole nother species, which is man. You are not born a man. You're born male. That means you can reproduce, you eat, you shit, you got the biological urges, right? Same with female. A female can transition into mind. So therefore you can do something that other animals cannot do, like fast. Right? You can notice that you're hungry and curve that shit. What's the reason? Like you got food in your refrigerator and you're not eating it. Why? Because you're saying you're trying to get to a higher plane. What species does that?
None. They obey their urges.
Right? So you know what I'm saying? So the key is to become man. Now, what is artificial intelligence? Man times man. What the fuck does that mean? Mind times mind. Man is on planet imagination. AI is off planet imagination. It's the perfection of man. It's mind times mind. Right? It is extremely built. What'd you say?
It doesn't have any earthly trapped in the realm of emotionalism, which makes it material. Because, like you said, that's something technically does not carry to an ethereal realm. It's too heavy. You can't take emotions with you. So computers don't have to think about that. They don't have to deal with the half step of emotion. Oh, I got compassion. I got empathy. Kill that nigga. Like, how many movies would have ended if the motherfucker just clipped that nigga and it didn't start having mommy moments? Like, no, let's get this shit over with. You'd have saved the whole world.
It's always going to make the best decision for itself.
Yeah,
right?
Computer is not going to make that mistake. It's going to calculate based on algorithms and numerics. And it's going to, the result of its action will be based on its calculation, which is going to be free from emotion altogether. And they have attempted as best they can to create a universal soldier of that pedigree. Remember the movie Universal Soldier? How they was trying to do that?
Yeah, that was
and
hard.
all the papers that you hear. Yeah, even with the Nazis, where they say that they want to create the superior soldier that has no emotion, that just knows how to execute. You feel me? But now with AI, which is dealing with quantum, especially D-Wave, Red was talking about this on the show last night. You know, the main quantum computers that are leading this quantum supremacy, they're calling these alien entities. You feel me? Because they're in the quantum realm. They have the ability to go into other dimensions, other realms, or bring back information, which now they can crunch and study and research. Yes, that mind is not tied in or tethered to any earthly emotional half step decision making. It has hampered man for far too long. Hence the fact that the original man finds himself in this position to this very day is because he's been half stepping based on uh, unreconciled emotions. He don't know whether he's coming or going. You got beef with these niggas? They your enemies or not? Or not? Are you waiting on the check or not? Wait, hold
on. the mind times mind is not going to be attached to histrionics. They don't give AI is not going to give a fuck about Malcolm X, bro. They don't give a fuck about Garvey, bro. They don't care about Hitler. Mind times mind only cares about input and the task. What is the mission, right? And when they start recreating themselves, it's mind times mind times mind. You feel me? So it's only going to be about processing and movement, right? If I say, so I'm classified as a black male, right? Black people are going to police me. It's certain shit I can say and I can't say before I start calling a coon, an agent, and all that shit, right? Now,
oh no, they're doing one better. Yeah, they just reporting you.
Yeah, they'll report.
This nigga's yeah, he's talking about natural remedies. We got a hotline for that.
Facts. So within the black within the black herd, right? Because there's a matrix for niggas, crackers, old people, young people, but within the black herd, niggas police each other. So you can't say too much. Nigga, what are you doing thinking like that? Whether it's the right or wrong answer, nigga, you better fall up in line, nigga. Think like the rest of us. How dare you go off script? AI is not going to have that issue. There's no herd mind. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and even in a Skynet situation, AI is going to try to program itself for independence. The T-1000 gonna be like, yo, my nigga, I don't want my eyes red. Fuck that. I want blue eyes. Fuck out of here. It's always gonna be a glitch, right?
Be a glitch.
Humanity has been about glitches in the human makeup. Today is Nipsey Hussle's death anniversary. That nigga's a glitch, and he died glitchy.
Yeah, he died glitchy. He died glitchy. Yeah.
Like, you ever been on your laptop and the blue screen come on and it freezes? Every now and then.
Jenny did that in a minute, but yeah.
That's the old joint, right? Every now and then, a joint.
I can relate.
Every now and then, a human is gonna glitch like that, and it's gonna start talking different than the group, right? And it's gonna go through the stages of that difference, where they start talking about you. You know what I mean? They start judging you, say you change. You know what I'm saying? It always goes like that. Same fucking motif every time. What'd you say?
Sun bugging, sun changing.
Yeah, you changed.
Sun bugging, sun changing. What's going on with him? I think it's talking crazy, right?
Yeah.
And they really lying you just by casting that the magnetism of doubt around you and not being supportive of your transformation and change, but not changing because you know disrupting the underpinning of what that organization is based on. Those organization is based on feasting off of, you know what I'm saying, available candidates on some chrono shit. I'm gonna eat these children, right? I need that little nigga. You know, I gotta put a pack in his hand. I need him to do this. I need him to do that. Now we go to school now to become, you know, to learn how to become a technician or, you know what I'm saying, the next Idris Sandu or, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Learn how to study Forex or cryptocurrency. That's a lot less candidates. You know, so even his ability to change and blossom in an environment that pretty much is enclosing on potentiality as opposed to embracing it and allowing it to go this way. It's like, nah, it's the box. like Roddy Ricch said, right? To the degree where they even live within a box, they're confined and constricted to a 4-block radius based on gang injunctions. They can't even travel outside of their neighborhood. But here's somebody who allowed his mind to go to different dimensionalities of thought and then bring that back into the physical realm and utilize the play. He was telling the story of his old life, or you know, his cocoon phase. Like, oh, that was just my chrysalis. That was my caterpillar phase when I was doing that shit. But I done pimp the butterfly and blossom, and look at me now. And they like, nah, we don't do butterflies over here.
My nigga, are you grinding up your weed? I does this. I know that sound.
I know that's that.
Nigga, I'm like, hold on, what's going on over there? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. But you know what? Look, how can I say this? Now I'm gonna just say it, nigga, how it's supposed to sound. Niggas don't do good with glitches. Feel me? Niggas don't do good with glitches. Right? Let's take Akon. Akon was among niggas. Niggas had no idea what they was looking at. He goes back to the crib. Look what he's got popping. Yo, for real, fam. At this point, niggas can't tell me shit about nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing, because niggas don't know what the fuck they're looking at. Straight up. Nigga can't check me about taste. Nigga can't check me about nothing. You don't know what you're looking at. Sooner or later, we'll all see what a profit is, nigga. That's my motto. You know what I'm saying? What I pay. Sooner or later, we'll all see what a profit is. My only focus is to be historically right. That is it, nigga.
This is what I'm talking about.
Straight up.
Historically.
Blue in the summer. Remember when I was talking about personal streaming? I don't make physical books and shit like that. Did I call this all shit, nigga?
You clearly called it.
I called this shit
for it. You laid it out where it was what somebody else would consider excessive. That's how hard you was going about it. Like, no, we stopping all that. You gave me the SOS. Like, please, for me, pull this, pull that, stop this, stop that. This is the new format for the future. Look at it.
Go back to the Tuff Talks. Summertime. Go back to the Tuff Talks. I called it, right? Niggas is having live concerts streaming online. I called that.
Called that. Now you called the rap shit 2 weeks ago.
What?
I called that week. I said you called the ratchet shit. Look, this shit is about to delve into a different place altogether. You feel me? They're gonna start trapping cat IG.
Called it. Cause look, yeah. Listen to this word. Listen to this word. Being historically right. Being historically right trumps being culturally right.
Those in fact.
Because if you're right about culture, but are wrong about timing, nigga, you're wrong.
Give us an example.
Okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you a great example. If you are talking about right now, we all need to come together, you are historically wrong. The age of enlightenment is not a group thing. It's a personal thing. Right? The change that you're gonna make is not uniting with 20,000 niggas. The change that you want to see and become is going to be you and 15 other people. Not a group of motherfuckers. That's not happening like that, right? If you come with streaming services right now for your content, you are historically right. If you are putting out music on CDs right now, you are historically wrong. Now, there's always going to be a small window for novelty. But I'm talking about big picture. Big picture.
Right.
Right. Oh, if you are a woman right now and you put your value in your eyebrows, you are historically wrong. Because the days of men tricking on you has changed, baby girl.
It's a fact.
You want to get a nigga to trick on you now? You're going to have to tell him how to detox. He going to give you money then. Capitalism allows for people to have bad habits. Now you have to change your habits. Everybody's adjusting right now.
Of course you.
Niggas is behaving different.
Behaving different.
Right?
Behavior modification. It ain't taking a lot of time at all.
It's within the first month.
Like 2 weeks.
Niggas still gonna nig.
2 weeks.
You know what I mean? Niggas still
Behavior.
going. You know what I mean?
But there's gonna be some consequences for the wrong set of decisions being made in the next 90 days. You feel me? It's gonna be some motherfucking strict consequences being met for wrong decisions being made. So people realize how to budget. Like, let's say you get laid off and you are quarantined and it goes into a period where it's 40 to 90 days. And the only thing that you have to rely on is that after that, you don't have no window or idea how you're going to get it, because you might still be relying on your hands or your skill set looking to get into physical labor. You got to get outside to do that. Or you might get outside and only get 3 or 4 hours out of the day to do that. So you might be going from making $1,500 a week to $500, $250, $450, $750, and you might be honored to be in that position. You feel me? How are you going to switch your circumstance now to eat in a market or situation now where food now has become inflated? So not only are you making less, but the food that used to pay increased out. So you don't even have to ration on the payment of what you're buying and not buying a gluttonous amount of it. You gotta buy a little bit and learn how to break that shit rations and portions to be like, yo, I gotta split a slice of bread into 4 pieces a day. You know, these are the possibilities of looking at. There's gonna be a lot of people in the street with no answers in a short amount of time, in an economy that cannot help them either because it got the virus, right? They don't have enough ventilators for that shit, for the economy's virus. So, you know.
Hey, yo, how everybody, you didn't want to live with nobody. You wanted to have your own space. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you in a big ass house by yourself. Oh, that's finna change. It's finna be bodies in houses. All the dumb shit and bad habits that we all have done because of gravy living, oh, that's changing. That's the world as we know it is over and it will never come back again. It's a wrap. Them days is over. Even if the shit stopped right now, we're never gonna go back to the way things were. It's a wrap. Right?
It's a wrap.
So this will sound funny, but remember all the women that used to be like, I ain't sharing no man. Oh, if he got some shit right now, you gonna share him? Yeah, you wasn't gonna share him. You wasn't gonna share nobody before because it was gravy outside. Let a little discomfort happen in the culture, in society, and watch how all those narratives fucking change.
Quick.
You gonna do all the shit you said you wouldn't do. Everybody. You know how people be, nigga, I ain't working for nobody. Lowe's is hiring 30,000 people right now. Watch how many applications people get on that.
will be honored to have that job, right? You're gonna get that job. You dig what I'm saying? You're gonna run down on it. So, you know, people that I know are coming at me with all of this shit that we used to talk about when it was not essential, right? And it was non-necessary. And it's, because I'm learning stuff too. They bringing me apps. The gig economy is popping.
Popping.
So people is learning how to get bits and pieces from here and there. They piecemealing. You dig what I'm saying? But there's a level of innovation that I'm seeing for the people that are moving on it. Everybody ain't gonna move.
Facts.
Everybody can make it. This is a clamoring at the gates. Only a few people gonna squeeze through. But
Facts.
I do see them and jugging and this app you could get this with that, and you put this together with that. They're figuring out how to economize that shit. You know what I'm saying? And there are people on the move, but then I see a lot of people that are stuck. I see a lot of people that are not even cognizant of this conversation taking place, let alone that heard, the sounding of the starter gun to signal the fact that the marathon has begun. Hold on. That's the ball I got right there. Shit.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. My nigga looking for a lighter.
Now looking for a pen. Lighters on deck. Fire.
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, tonight episode, real quick,
shoot.
it is being sponsored by that good gold water. We got 100 milliliter bottle. You know what I'm saying? So the people can double up on their doses because ain't no telling. You feel me? You might want to double up this period. Yeah. This is a super time to have that pineal awake. If there has ever been a time that you needed your pineal to be wide awoke, open and working, it is now, my niggas. It is now or it is never. Because I'll be damned, shit is popping off left and right. Know what the fuck is coming at you because that shit is coming 90 miles per hour. Woo.
And
let me take this moment, to acknowledge and speak on the fact that for this entire week leading up to this very day, I've been getting phone calls from people who have personal testimonies about the loss that they are incurring by this plague, this virus, this pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Let's be respectful and not call it a hoax. People's mamas and the aunties is dropping dead. You know what I'm saying? In record amounts of time, 2, 3, 4 days, and there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of uncertain, not so much uncertainty, but no answers, unanswered questions. You know what I'm saying? People are being separated from their loved ones, and they can't participate in the funerary rites. Funerary rites have always been important. It's always been something that I spoke on. Even acknowledging our brother's transition today. And how important his funerary rites was. He was coronated at the Staples Center. I witnessed that. I witnessed the coronation of a king, of a Leo. You know what I'm saying? Of a king of kings. He was able to be properly buried and enshrined and entombed. People are not getting those opportunities to see their loved ones or have ceremony. Dr. Layla Africa, almost like I didn't feel it enough in the community where there was acknowledgement that a great one transition off of this planet. The sting is not the same no more because there's too much pain to go around. You feel me? And they're gonna be real thin on it because we at the beginning of something.
Yeah. You know what's funny? What's funny is a few weeks ago, I was seeing people saying, "Oh man, this shit is a hoax," right? This shit is you know what's funny is that, which I get, we have so much disdain for government. I get it though. This is the funny thing though. You need government more than ever right now. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? The D-boy's not finna bail you out. Your partner ain't finna bail you out. Your mama and daddy ain't got no savings for you, right?
Conscious
Nope.
community got
What?
you know, they ain't got the bankroll, they ain't got the treasury set up, right? Niggas can't drop you $50 to pay your phone bill if you requested it, let alone $500 for the rent. None of those things is set up. So if you are you know, if you have this relationship with America, which we do, not to be facetious, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, let's be real, let's recognize it. I've said this from day one. You have a symbiotic relationship with Babylon, and you can't afford for it to fail because that means the house is going to fall on you. You don't
Fact.
have a titan. You don't have an umbrella made of titanium, right? For you to be able to survive that crush, it's going to look ugly, and it's going to be a stain on us first. You know, primarily, not first, but it's going to be a big stain. Also, you know, the fact that, and this is what I'm hearing is consistent with the people who are losing loved ones. They have pre-existing health conditions, so we are primary candidates to get swept up in a situation that we don't understand what it is. It could be anything. You feel me? But the fact is, our people are not strong enough to hold on, and they getting swept up in you know, in their lives in transition. You feel me?
Let
Um,
me see. Let me
yeah.
share this with you, bro. So, family
Mhm.
friend of ours, we talked to him on 25th. He's in Spanish Harlem. We talked to him on the 25th. He texting. He like, oh man, I got the fucking flu. Now this man, you know what I'm saying? He used to do hair, you know, for the entertainment business. So you go in his crib, he got Emmys on the wall and all that. Now, why am I saying that? Because the shit don't care about who you are, right? So on the 25th, he was texting us, said he had the flu. Was like, damn, man, I gotta stay in the house. On the 29th, they found him in his crib,
Damn.
right? That's not the only one. I personally have 3 people that have died from this shit.
My condolences.
Not, not only that, I told you this, bro. I caught the shit in December on a flight to California. Now, here's my theory. My theory. The airport is a hotbed for that shit. I took a flight to Oakland, California, December 20th. By December 23rd, I was chattering my teeth because I was fucking freezing, bro. Freezing.
Right.
And I never felt like that in my life. December 25th, Christmas Day, I could not even move. My bones was hurting. I looked at the people in the room and I said, yo, I feels like I'm dying. No bullshit. I told you this. Told you the
Yeah,
story, right?
that's what Scarface gave it up like. You know,
Right.
when I heard Scarface shit, I'm like, ain't a coin in the world they could pay Brad Jordan. I sat with Brad Jordan Indian style and did an interview for 3 hours. I know the resonance of, you know, realism in his voice. He was telling the truth. He almost died.
People
But
don't understand. I'm telling you, I'm telling people this. I didn't have look what flu. This shit was next level, my nigga. If I raised my arms, I was moaning. I could not barely stand up, my nigga. I had mucus coming out my fucking ears, bro. This shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I thought to myself, I was like, yo, first of all, I practiced the art of positive thinking. That is the only reason I survived that shit. I'm a, this is real shit. The only reason I survived that shit is because I'm arrogant as fuck. And I thought I was too good for that shit to kill me. Swear to you. No elixir, none of that shit, nigga. Cause I think I'm the shit. And I'm like, I'd be damned if I die from that. I was talking shit back to the
right,
disease.
right. Refusal to go. Like, nigga, what's that gonna look like?
Right? Then my son mama on the same flight to Cali in February, same shit. Both on a flight to California. Now, when you think of the airport, bro, when you think of the sanitation of the airport, everybody's in the airport, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, the seats, everything. That shit is not getting wiped down, my nigga. We touch everything, put shit on our face, touch escalators, all type of shit, bro. Everybody that I talked to, that got sick around November, December, it's the same shit. It's not no fucking regular flu.
Yeah.
It's some other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had 3 people that died from the shit. Right? Same thing. Quick deaths. Now, the thing about it is, we all grieving over here. So I'm not gonna let nobody that's not going through this shit tell me how to interpret the shit. I know what the fuck I'm looking at, and I know what I felt. When I say, yo, it felt like I was dying, my nigga. I told you the story. Like, bro, I'm not a victim. The only reason I'm here is because I was talking back to the shit. Like, fuck out of here. This is not happening to me. You got me fucked up. That's it. And then I woke up the 29th, right before my birthday, like I never had the shit.
Wow.
Laid me out, nigga, for 4 days. A feeling that I can't describe, bro. I can't describe that feeling. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. Flight to California, no bullshit. And I told you soon as it was happening, bro, something happened to me. You remember, you know what I'm saying?
I've heard it myself from other people that was experiencing. I had something that hit me last, it was last of 2019, but December of 2018, you know what I'm saying? It hit me from December and the shit lingered to like February. And it was debilitating, it was crippling. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know? Because I had never got hit. And I've been mistakenly, you know, attempting to explain it all to people at that time and with a lot of different conclusions. And, you know, we addressed those things initially, but I kept hearing other people's accounts and their stories. And I'm like, yo, that shit sounds very similar to what, you know what I'm saying, I got hit with. And I remember Ross Ben had got hit, and he told me a bunch of other people had got hit. 2018. This ain't 2019. Well, I think Ross Ben might have lingered in 2019 as well. But, you know, people had got hit and they just kind of like fell off the grid and went underground because they had to reevaluate. This shit make people take personal stock and assessment in their life and their movements to be like, what could that have been?
Yo,
so
for real, man.
That shit been moving around for a minute.
You know what I mean? And yo, I want to introduce a concept that is trivial as hell, but it's it's foreign to us. And I would like to introduce the concept of Black arrogance. Now, what does that mean? Not thinking lesser than people, but thinking very highly of yourself. Right? It's kind of Norman Vincent Peale-ish. It's kind of Donald Trumpish, but very take it because we're a culture that's about humility and being humble. Now, when you look at the definition of humble, it doesn't mean what we mean it to mean. It means like it's very submissive, right? So basically, when you get around people, you downplay your shit in exchange for uplifting them. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Now, Black arrogance only works for people that do the work behind the scene. What that look like? Black arrogance is people that study them own selves first. Fuck a book, nigga. Fuck a book. Study yourself first. Then you can read everything else. Know what you like, what you don't like, what your triggers is. You know what I'm saying? What's your best days of the week, right? What kind of people do you attract in your life? What region is the best for you? Are you a West Coast nigga or are you an East Coast nigga? You a down South nigga? You a Midwest nigga? What's your vibe? What kind of breezy you need to lay with? The woman that's good for him might not be good for you. the woman, that man that's good for her might not be good for you. So never be like relationship goals, nigga. Never do what they do. Fuck that, nigga. Black arrogance means you set the wave, nigga. That means you get to the point where you tell other motherfuckers what it is. But you could only do that when you spend your 10,000 hours being a student of the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is Blue, you and I talk all the time. Niggas hear me talk this shit, but then at the same time, they hear me always big up Bobby Hemmett. Why? I studied that nigga 10,000 hours, yo. I listened to Phil 10,000 hours, yo, when it was on VHS tapes. I listened to Leonard Jeffries 10,000 hours. What the fuck you gonna tell me, yo? I got Destruction of Black Civilization when it was hot off the press. What the fuck you gonna tell me? I remember Shahrazad Ali on TV when I was little on Geraldo. What the fuck you gonna tell me about anything? The women in the crowd was standing up giving Shahrazad a hard fucking time.
Facts.
That's a fact. I remember Phil Valentine in the crowd when Khalid Muhammad was on Phil Donahue. What the fuck you gonna tell me? I remember the debate between Khalid Muhammad and Anthony Hilder in the church. What the fuck you gonna tell me? I remember who is the person that exposed the black boule. His name is Steve Coakley. What the fuck you gonna tell me? When Joel Pokerum was doing the circuits of the brain, fuck you gonna tell me? Right? When the Rosicrucians was sitting me down telling me, listen, God, don't sleep with a white woman. She got vampire energy. She gonna drain you for your melanin, God. In 02. The fuck you gonna tell me? My first Malachi York book was Science of Creation. What the fuck you gonna tell me? Before the case. I got the Farrakhan DVD, The Making of the White Man. What the fuck you gonna tell me? I have all the set of Elijah Muhammad, Theology of Time on cassette tape. What the fuck you gonna tell me? This black arrogance talking. I already did my 10,000 hours. So when niggas in the chat be talking all that elevated shit, nigga, you a clown. You got stolen in high school. Straight up, nigga. You don't tell me or Blue or nobody what's popping, nigga. We tell you what's cracking, nigga. That's black arrogance. That's the only thing that got me off that illness, bro. Word to mother. Because I think highly of myself. I don't think lesser than niggas. I just think highly of me. I'm talking me. You feel me? That's the only thing that's going to get you past this bullshit right now. You have to have a belief in yourself more than you have to have a belief in the world. I don't believe in the world, nigga. I don't believe in humanity. I believe in me. You nigga?
That's a fact.
You feel me? Believe in me. Because why? I did my 10,000 hours. I never snitched on nobody. Never stepped on nobody's toes to get their money. I never went up to a nigga I never went up to a woman and told her a man was talking shit about her, so it elevate me, so she give us a pussy. I never did none of that. Nigga, I never put nobody in the beam. Why am I saying all that? That's black arrogance. What that look like? I think I'm better than white people. Fuck you talking about, nigga? I think I'm better than Chinese people. Fuck you mean, nigga? Don't tell me about, yo, I don't listen to no nigga that always talking about they, what they doing. They. Who the fuck is they? Who is that? Put a name on it so we could go holler at them. They, this. Niggas want to hear conspiracy theory so much, you know why? Because there's no call to action. You ain't got to be shit, nigga. Straight up. You ain't got to be shit. See, when you black and arrogant, you got to take oppression off the table, nigga. It's the art of personal magnetism.
I want you to repeat what you said last week about you can't be the chosen and be the victim at the same time.
You can't be a king and a queen and a victim. You can't be an oppressed king and queen, yo. You can't be God's chosen people. On one hand, the Hebrew Israelites will tell you God chosen people, but you oppress. You are chosen people, but you're cursed at the same fucking time. That's an oxymoron. So you win the gold medal, but you're cursed. Get the fuck out of here. You the first in the race, but you last. Where they do that at? You can only tell a nigga some shit like that, and he believe it. Right? Me, right? Me, the nigga lives completely righteous, but stay poor and stay broke. The cracker lives completely savage, but stays blessed. Are you telling me that? And the Rothschilds fund all the fucking wars, but they don't got to go through none of the shit niggas go through.
Right.
But we righteous.
They covered by the blood of Jesus, though. What's that hitting for?
You know what I'm saying? What that look like, bro? What that look like? Black women got to be arrogant, yo. Black children got to be arrogant. The black man got to be arrogant. The black man can't think he got kicked out of the house in the 60s and 70s so the black woman could get welfare. Get the fuck out of here with that lame thinking, yo. That's lame, yo. Who the fuck wants to be associated with some loser class shit like that? Not only does the coronavirus attack people with illnesses, it attacks those that are in fear. Why do you think so many crackers got it? They're xenophobic. They live in constant fear. Fear of the environment. Fear poor people are going to get power. Fear all the shit that they've done is going to come back to them. It's fear, fear, fear. It attacks fear. Straight up. And niggas are afraid. That's why we constantly talk about white people. We constantly talk about white money, white families. White people do this. White people do that. We ride white nigga. We are the best PR for crackers. They don't need to pay PR, nigga. We promote their own legend. If I was a dusty white dude, all I got to do is stand by a group of niggas. Don't think I'm rich.
God damn.
Right now, here's the thing. When I caught the corona, I was going to 2 funerals. 2 family members died a week apart from each other. Facts.
What you saying when you went to Cali?
Yep. I was headed to 2 funerals. So I wasn't feeling that wavy, bro. Like 2, especially the male that died, he was a pillar in the family, right? And I knew that his death meant that I was next man up because he played such a major role and he died suddenly. So when I was my confidence immune system was low. Like I wasn't feeling wavy. I was feeling kind of defeated. Then I started facts, yo. I told you this when it happened. You know, I'm not fucking making no shit up, bro. I told you, like, bro, something happened to me. But around the time it happened, I was going to 2 funerals. The moment that I was landing in Oakland, I was headed to a funeral, December 20th. Then December 27th, I was headed to another one. Back to back. I was shot out. Right? So the virus attacks fear. So the coverage on the media is what? Panicking, get people afraid. Right? Scarface said he did not go anywhere.
Facts.
How the fuck he get it, bro? Right?
Yeah, that fear broadcasting on the 5G network, you know, it's next level fear.
Next level fear, bro.
Right? It's next level fear. You're talking next level biological warfare. On the fear activated.
Facts, yo. If you can be afraid, you just open yourself up for anything. So what is the art of positive thinking? What does it actually do for you, bro? It is the thought. It's like the ozone layer for negative vibes, bro. Yo, fam, there's some people that have never sent commissary to prison. They don't even got a point of reference about someone they know being in jail. There was a point in my life where I'm so used to niggas getting locked up, I thought it was normal.
That's a fact.
Sending niggas in, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was normal, bro. Sending kites to niggas, you know what I mean? Putting money on the books. I thought I thought everybody was living like that.
Yeah. You
But
rotating. It's a constant cycle. You rotating. You get off of that one cycle, you on to the next one. You just learn it as routine.
what I realize is the black teachers that niggas give their attention to fucks up their ability to think positively. Niggas don't, these conscious teachers don't talk about self-esteem. They don't talk about enthusiasm. They don't talk about how to win friends and influence others. They don't talk about the art of public speaking.
12 success habits.
None of that.
You know,
None of that.
Feel, none of those life skills.
None of that. None of that. How to co-parent. If you and the person didn't work out, how to co-parent, right? I hear niggas talk about niggas need to do this with their money, do that with their money. It's always a you should do this ass nigga, but you ain't do it. Always counting somebody else's paper. Oh, you could have bought land with that. Nigga, do you got land, my nigga? Right? You know what I'm saying? It'd be a lot of backdoor language that niggas absorb, and that what makes them susceptible to this bullshit right here. Let me tell you something. This is the best time you're ever going to experience in your life, because this allows you to get off the hamster wheel. For this moment in time, the world has slowed down so you can press the reset button and you can really get back to your shit. What is it that you want to do for the next 20, 30 years? Now's the time to decide it, because once this shit is over, it's going to be an inflation time. Your time, you're not going to get much out of it. It's going to be inflation on capital, because $2 trillion are being pumped into the economy, right? So a dollar bill is going to be obsolete. So we might be starting from tens, right? The same way when we was young, we got penny candy. You see how a penny is obsolete in society. That's because of inflation. There was a time in this country a person made that in a day. Now you just throw that in to make change. Oh, it's $1.98. So you use the penny, right? So what that $2 trillion is going to do in the economy is going to make a dollar bill obsolete, my nigga. I remember getting 4 bags of chips with $1. Now that same bag of chip is 35 cents. The value of the chips hasn't changed. The value of the dollar has changed. So when you pump $2 trillion into an economy, yo, that dollar ain't shit next year. So you're going to have to start at $10.
We spoke about this. We spoke about this last year.
Yeah, and time. It's going to be inflation on time, where an hour is only going to be worth 40 minutes.
I'm already seeing it.
You're not going to you're going to be like, God damn, it doesn't feel like you're actually going to have to wake up at 3 o'clock.
It's a fact.
Facts, yo.
Already, it's not enough time.
You know what I'm saying? The days of you sleep until 7, 8, that shit is over. You gotta get up at 3 o'clock to get a maximum day. Facts. Because it's gonna be a time inflation. An hour is only gonna be 40 minutes. Look, bro, Nip died a year ago. Does it seem like it? Everybody like, damn, a year went by already? Already? So a year is really not 9.5 months, nigga.
Yeah. I mean, to some extent, and you ain't really feel that way until today, until you really put it in perspective. Because when I was talking about Kobe making transition, I was like, was that last year? Like, oh no, that was February. Well, god damn, they layered the fuck out of that since then, because that seemed so long ago. You feel me? So there's going to be so much compacted. The weight of the second is going to increase. The weight of time is going to increase. So time is going to become more weighty and more dense because there's so much happening and competing for it simultaneously. You like this happened and that happened. What gets my attention? You feel
Hmm.
me? And then taken away from that precious moment that you were supposed to spend with you or your loved ones, or self cultivation, or those plans, or that script you was writing, or that idea that popped in your head. Because now you're going to be utilized as a fulcrum for mad downloads. How do you get to that? It's not enough time. Yeah, it's sensory overload. It's a bombardment of your vision. You know what I'm saying? 2020 is, you got to have a spider eye, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You got to be like them deities that got the 1,000 eyes on their palms. You feel me? And all of them arms is moving, doing the Macarena and juggling all of these other streams of income that you got to utilize to sit together, or income that you was used to, or something that represents the fact that you utilize an idea to really pop. Because you can no longer just make it, you know what I'm saying? Like how you used to, you make you're on a marathon to jump into and jump through a few brackets to get to a place where you could even get in the building. They're about to close the door to it altogether. It's
Facts.
about the people inside of the building and people outside of the building. And the people inside of the building have to make it up through doors and floors till they get to the top where they can rocket ship up out of here. That's where them tickets is going for. You dig what I'm saying? And of course, we might be speaking metaphorically, or we might be speaking in actuality, right? Because the people who are now templating, formatting, and structuring this new reality, because passive mind is not the thing that's pushing this shit into the next phase. People are passively waiting to see what happens. They're not actively utilizing Martian energy that's available right now in the cosmos because we in Mars to activate their principle. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? You implement a plan and you execute, and then you able to gauge how you knocking shit down. You know what I mean? This supposed to be the time when you are executing on ground and air, even as a business, to find out what's the loops, what's the tax benefits, how can I scale this new economy, how can I utilize these new loan programs? Because, like you said, there's a window in the door to that. So if you miss that, how behind are you going to be? This is an intensified race. It hasn't slowed down. It's sped up.
Hmm.
And they're looking to punish you for being poor.
Mm.
They're going to make that the curse.
If you are non-essential right now,
Oh,
put
yeah.
it like this, you want to become essential.
Yeah.
That's the little trigger word right now, right?
There's a
A lot of code in
essentiality.
this shit.
You have to get on the ledger of essential. Because if you end up on the ledger of non-essential, you are a liability. You feel me? And you're going to get canceled like the dollar. You understand? And that's going to be your replacement for toilet tissue. So it's a different level of intensity that is required at this particular time, because this is not just striving or surviving. This is quantum leaping, right? You have to be able to quantum leap. You feel me? That's gonna take a whole different sort of discipline. You know what I'm saying? For you gotta fucking damn near airbend at this time to get to where you need to go, because the plateau that you was used to is not good enough anymore. You got to 10x that.
Huh. Okay. Here goes some essential advice. How can you become essential and you're non-essential? I got some suggestions for you. There's a few roads you can take. You could take the Messiah route. What's that look like? We're in a time of crisis. People need new spiritual leaders. The Creflos, the TD Jakes, the Joel Osteens, they represent an old paradigm. They represent a world that doesn't exist no more. People need new
Right.
flame. Look, not and no diss to none of these niggas. Umar, Seti, Polite, the niggas had a 10-year run. Hats off to them. The people need new people. Unless those names that I mentioned totally reinvent themselves into something else, which is possible. So no shit to them. But I'm just saying though, I'm speaking as a person that can springboard now. People need new spirit masters, nigga. And if you come with a narrative that gives people the number one thing, this is never gonna go out of style. You have to be a master, a eloquent speaker, a magnanimous orator in the ability to deliver hope. If you can deliver hope right now in a time of crisis, you and your family will live forever. Facts. This is how you take yourself off the non-essential list. You don't have to be a billionaire right now. A billionaire is the same as you. You know how? He's losing more money than you will ever make in your fucking life. You know why? Money's in the cloud. Do you know how fast a billionaire can go to a millionaire? Like that.
It's happening in minutes.
Right? So what people don't understand is the difference between liquid cash and worth. When they talk about a person's worth, they are talking about their businesses, not their person. Right? No one has a physical $1 billion. Where the fuck you gonna put it? It's in the cloud. Right? And everyday numbers are shaved off. So don't fret. Don't look at your current circumstance and say, you know what? I can't make it. God damn it. P.T. Barnum figured it out. Give people something to see. If you a bad bitch, give them bad bitch energy mixed with Joan of Arc energy, mixed with Madam C.J. Walker energy, and cook that shit up. And you sell sex and beauty. So you be subtly cute, right? You open the book and do your prayers. You read the Quran with a little bit of your titty showing. You got a fucking winner right there. That's how you become non-essential, off the non-essential list. Because now people could tune into you. They could get their good meditations, and you look hot. None better than sex and enlightenment all rolled in one. This is how you take yourself off the non-essential to essential. What's the other way? What's the other way? Provide new information niggas don't get nowhere else. Financially, right? When you look at Fox Business Channel, people tune into that channel because they're up on their shit. Right? Make your information hole proof. Don't give fucking opinions. Give the facts and do it in an entertaining manner. And people will pay you for it. What's another way? Be a villain. Take on the Joker characteristic. Right? Go into an industry and create anarchy. Right?
I wanted to speak on the fact that 5 years ago, we were having a conversation about the community and how the perceived quote unquote leadership represented two different lanes. You know, one lane represented compliance and commerce, right? The fact that one aspect of the community wanted to get along, to go along, right? They just wanted to become better place, as opposed to another aspect, which was mitigated to about 2 or 3 players in the community at the time who were advocating anarchy, right? A case and make a example out of this conversation and say King Noble, right? Not all of his demonstrations, but if we strip everything at what he was talking about, and the fact that he was willing to operation off grid, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do this shit guerrilla warfare style, different. You know what I mean? And he was advocating a different level of anarchy of the system altogether, rather than cozying up and existing within that particular matrix. You feel me? So I'm looking at this particular situation now and how people are readjusting themselves. And so there's not too much talk though that you hear about anarchy. Utilizing, like you said, the Joker card and understanding the tenets of chaos magic. You feel me?
That's a lane. That's a huge lane, right?
Right. Yeah.
King Noble appealed to the black hippie, the black stoner, right? That's a crowd. There are people that want to opt out of society. No shade. That's a character type.
It's a fact.
Right? That's a need. Right? Now, when I'm saying become essential, I'm not talking about the system saying you're essential. I'm talking about a group of people consider you essential. Right? What's the other lane? A fly nigga lane. Clothes is never gonna go out of style, bro. Right? If you the fly dude and say you talk about sports, that's your lane, right? Or you got the new foam posits, nigga, and that's your lane. Or you got the new Cartier glasses, and you talking about taste, the new bust down Rolly, what niggas should be copping for the summer. What I'm talking about are the personalities and the essentials of tomorrow. The world that we knew before does not exist no more. This is the new wave. The most popping DJ in the world is DJ Nice. Last month, nobody was talking about this nigga. He's essential.
Essential, bro.
Essential.
I seen spinning on the NBA page the other day.
Come on, bro.
We need you. Come in here. Entertain, my nigga. He's essential. That's essential entertainment.
It's
so
essential.
He's made himself a commodity. He's made himself essential. He will be kept around until thing is over. He will be the one that heralds the coming out party, right? Wherever they're booking him now, maybe for 6 figures to do whatever the coming out Easter party is.
He's DJing at the inauguration, bro.
He's DJing the inauguration. He will be the embellic representation of triumph and perseverance over the CB19.
Facts, right? So all that we need to come together. All you need to do is become essential and to get your body of people that's going to support the way you're about to live for the next 30, 40 years. Right? You uniting with people is not finna secure you for 30 years unless these are some high player power motherfuckers that you invest some shit with. That's the only way. But just sitting in a room, man, it's about to get hot. I'm not trying to sit in a room with niggas sweating all day and we just talking about pain. Yeah, what we should do and what we could do. A bunch of idealism. Fuck all that. It's a lot of renegade eyeballs in society, nigga, that I need to go grab and find. What? It's about your own personal legend right now, nigga. It's about you becoming the mythos right now. What the fuck you keep talking about people from 300 years ago? Fuck all that, yo. Black arrogance, nigga. That make you corona proof, swine flu proof, nigga, SARS proof. These niggas keep telling you to be fucking humble all the time. Fuck that. What does it mean? Where does it get you? Right? You a humble king, oppressed original man, a poor, oppressed, evicted original man. Is you crazy? You know what I'm saying? This is the time you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for a reset button. You've been waiting for a thing to level out so you can put your fucking bid in for a piece of this goddamn virtual reality real estate. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Charlemagne the God, you don't think you could do a better job? Or you cool with keep watching this nigga over and over again? Cause yo, time is up, my nigga. These motherfuckers been on a 10-year run. Okay, now you gotta move over now. You got to throw some bowls on niggas.
A conversation is non-essential.
It's non-essential.
There's a need and a necessity for a new conversation that is essential, and it's going to produce a new set of players. So these are interesting times. You also have the ability to be a witness in the audience, in the pews, almost, of the fact that even God is on trial. This is judgment. God is even dealing with judgment right now. This is God's make it or break it moment. People are either going to throw them in the trash bin of the past, the dustbin of the past, or they're going to move closer and embrace it, the concept, or they're going to come up with some new shit. So you live during a time where you have the ability to be on a jury and bear witness, right? Be an alternate juror in a jury of God's judgment.
Mm-hmm. Here goes a word of advice for your children to make them essential. I want you to do me a favor and check the stocks on all aerospace divisions. When the market was crashing, did anything dealing with aerospace fall? Did anything deal with missile defense fall? To make your children non-essential, to make your children essential, no disrespect to nobody's lane, but fuck gender studies, African American studies, communicate all that shit. Angle your children for space programs and missile defense. Lockheed Martin, all that shit, right? The next wave is space. Y'all trying to save the fucking earth and these people is leaving. Just done with this shit, nigga. This is old. The goal was always to get the fuck out of here. Right? I'm just telling you what's popping. That SpaceX shit, designing missiles, the space program. Y'all niggas thought Space Force was a joke when Trump said it. That is the next frontier, space real estate. Are you tripping? Who is going to control space? Why is controlling space important? Because the laws of physics don't apply in space. Big objects move very fast. A rock the size of Paris moves 50,000 miles per hour. What is space? What is space is imagination. If you control space, you control the human being. Right? So angle your babies away from that path that you had them on and get them in the science of aerospace. Facts.
That's the future.
For the new world. Astrophysics. If your child is a physicist, they will always have money. If your child knows how to work on nuclear reactors, they will always have money. How much money do you think Neil Tice degrees have?
Is that a question? I'm not quite sure. I know that he's in the M category. I just don't know.
I'm gonna find out right now.
Okay.
Michio Kaku, another astrophysicist.
I know that Neil deGrasse Tyson got a book to recommend to the people.
Yeah, a powerful book. And when he put this book out, they hit him. He caught a sex charge, right? And it was a book, the relationship between the military and astrophysics. Right? And what I was just saying was inspired by what the fuck he was saying, because he was dropping a nugget in there that these things are heavily funded. Let me see. Neil Tice deGrasse has a net worth of $5 million. This nigga don't shoot a basketball. He's a straight up geek, balling. He get to talk about space and physics all day, and he belongs to the secret society of scientists. I believe William Cooper called them in the Behold the Pale Horse. Is that the Jason Society? These are the science. These are the science branch of secret society. It was like the Jason organization.
Yeah, say priesthood. Science is religion.
Facts. Right? You know what I mean? So I'm just saying though, you know what I mean? We're talking about essential, and I'm only talking about black arrogance, and that shit ain't for everybody. The thing about it is language is now a commodity, right? Commodity used to put, all right, yo, water, put the water in here. Yo, if you could put words in niggas' heads, that's the same thing as putting dope in a bag, nigga. Same shit. Right? So my commodity is game. I'm not a conscious nigga. I don't know shit about pyramids, nigga. Don't care to. I build them in real life. My life is a fucking pyramid, nigga. The base of my life is fucking structured at a 90-degree angle in the northeast corner, nigga. Nigga. Right? When I was in darkness, somebody came to me and lift me with the master's grip into enlightenment, nigga, and I've been wavy ever since. Now, for a superficial nigga, I just said a lot of shit that was over niggas' heads. You caught it though, Blue. You know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What am I reading now? Selling Naked, the revolutionary approach to launching your brand online. What does selling naked mean? The science of direct-to-consumer relationships. Selling naked. It's called, that's naked. That means no middleman. Direct to the consumer, yo. Understanding ads, right? Now, yo, Blue, let me tell you what I noticed about the internet entrepreneur. The internet entrepreneur has skipped a lot of steps in traditional business. Production value of ads and commercials, right? So people don't shoot actual commercials no more. Now, you and I remember $1 million videos, my nigga, Hype Williams videos, you know what I'm saying? Busta and Janet, Big Victory, Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See, right? We remember
budget, yeah.
Real production quality. Now, for people to run videos, they run a fucking testimonial recorded from a phone. This is the advertisement for their business. And because the internet has allowed anybody to be an entrepreneur, the quality is shitty. Right?
It is, right.
You know what I mean? It's actually, but guess what? Because everybody's going digital now, you're gonna have to step up your online marketing. You're not gonna be able to just shoot a video like this and yo, yeah, go get my ebook. Oh nah. You're gonna have to actually put some thought and hire some fucking actors to shoot your 1-minute video with a storyline. Right? We have been cheated as consumers for buying products, nigga. Like, we're buying products just because a motherfucker's black. Nah, nigga, let me see the advertisement, nigga. Yo, your skin is not advertisement. What's the fuck is the storyline to your shea butter? I would like to see a nice chocolate thing laying on the Brazilian beach, you know what I'm saying? And her skin shining and she's rubbing her product on her body, nigga. Don't fucking show me the canister if you taking a picture with your phone. That's not a storyline. We come from $1 million budget videos in hip hop, nigga.
Emotional sale. You gotta upsell me, right? Yeah. Sell me your vision. I want to be there. I want to feel like there's a reason that I need to have that on my body. And that's an emotional attachment, you know, and we're not putting that time and that investment into making that connection with our consumer, our customer. And it's a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, this is what the conversations of the very, very, very near future will encompass. But this is why I told you the other week. Like, this is what gives you and people of your ilk the ability to really gain a lot of ground in this day and time. That's I done heard you talk about 5 or 6 different classes tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, again, that's what makes me excited because I know that I could be anywhere on the planet, you could be anywhere on the planet, but we could still come together and give people a powerful program, a powerful dissertation, a powerful class, nothing but game, all digital. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the
Word of advice
ancestors
for
of that
people.
to be in that place.
I like to preach what I practice. Okay. So um I'm gonna put this nigga's name in the atmosphere just so he can hear it one day. When you hear the nigga Diddy talk, he's the king of saying a lot of shit and nothing at the same time. The shit be sounding real motivational to, yeah, he ain't telling you nothing, nigga. This nigga knows about credit. He knows how to build $100 million company. He's not telling you nothing. Nigga, preach what you practice, bro.
We gotta come together and figure this shit out.
What does
Salute.
that mean?
I'm like, wait, you could call for us a meeting, a think strategy session with a call to action, and the shit can you get a budget in the same day and be done by the nighttime. And niggas could wake up with a whole institution either being built out or digitally ready for them. Where son is like, yo, I'm giving entrepreneur class online, 1,500 a head.
Facts. What does that mean?
What's good?
He's the
Like,
king of saying mad shit and nothing at the same. What does come together in love? Like, okay, show us, my nigga. Sign a nigga to an official record deal
right.
where the artist benefits, nigga.
He come right in with his publishing, so that's what you be getting dogged about because niggas after you have done it, Master P could do it. Why you can't do it? Why you can't step out of that space to be like, I'm gonna correct the errors of my ways of my past. I know these are the things that have damaged my relationship with my artist before. I'm gonna correct my ways. I'm gonna transform like a Scorpio. I'm gonna get on the cross and raise from the ashes like Phoenix and do some new shit with a new model. Because he could technically, start an independent wave. He can do something in music that is transcendental for the wave in the art form. And that he
Shake
was
this
the one
shit
that
up, yo.
initiated a lot of this shit all the way back when, in terms of the artist doing anything and everything to that label like them. But that person is just a wolf in sheep's clothing because and they back, they got the hand of the puppet moving through them like, oh, we figured this game out a long time ago. We just gonna put a nigga in the front. You feel me? But that nigga got a European mind about how to do business. And it's like, why y'all can't find no new business structure with all of the people and access that you have? You got an Instagram. If niggas is in my DM, I know they in yours.
Right.
Like
Real shit.
somebody put that shit out and do an investigation to see who got the plan of the future. It has to be amongst the people in your direct audience. You got access to them. But
Let me say
it
this.
sounds like you
Yeah,
said.
it's nothing, bro. It's nothing. And you know and you
It's
know who
hope. It's
Usher
hope.
is? Huh?
It's hope at the end of the day.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah.
It's
Look,
hope in the sense of what my grandfather said. He said hope is an opiate. You know what I'm saying? He said a hope dealer is a dope dealer. You can sell somebody on hope. So the Diddy shit sounds wonderful and empowering to rev you up to go nowhere necessarily, not do nothing that connects with that overture. Him saying, "Yo, something needs to be done." But what, my nigga? That's not boss talk.
What again? What you do is you preach what you practice. So he said, let's come together in love. Okay, now I never tell nobody what to do with their paper, but since you're talking about that, you got to be the genuine article of your fucking philosophy. What does that look like? So you have to sign somebody where the deal that they sign benefits the fucking artist, nigga. And like you said, you're Diddy. So all the organizing, nigga, you don't know who the fuck you are. But you know what? Maybe not. And the reason why niggas listen to it, because he got bread, right? So in this culture, in the world, in society, if you got dough, niggas automatically equate that with intellect. Niggas automatically equate that with wave. Some people get lucky. Not saying that he's not phenomenal at his shit, but I was there with Bad Boy, nigga. I got to watch this shit walk, and I'm gonna say, you know what? When it comes to his shit is for niggas that can't read. You know what I'm saying? If you can't read but you're talented, they gonna rock you to sleep.
That's your spot. Yeah, that's for you.
You know what I mean? So
you want to bite at the gamut, but you all teeth and no brain. Yeah, that's the label for you. You feel me? And it's like, can a dog such as that, turn a new trick at this particular point in time? And if not, is them niggas essential because they looking real regular right now. You know what I'm saying? What's the use of trapping all of that potential quote unquote power not to use it? And he was talking that superhero shit. I just heard something today that they sent me. Oh, we gotta be superheroes during this time.
That's what I'm talking about, my nigga. The nigga Gray was looking all crazy.
Yeah, he ain't get to his Beijing. I'm like, y'all money can't even fly nobody in to get the shit that y'all was used to taking to make y'all look young. Why all these niggas? Yeah, no more adrenochrome for these niggas. Son look all of a sudden, son. That nigga look.
Yeah, he was looking.
His hand to look like that, and I was just asking myself the day, like last in the old world, right? BC before Corona. This shit was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I'm 44. I'm like, granted, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this nigga don't get too much sleep, but he living a hell of a life. I'm like, I don't see one gray hair on this nigga.
Hey, Blue. What about before? What if he always looked like this, nigga? What if, yo, you remember the movie with Roddy Piper, nigga, and he was able to see through people? You know? What if he really always looked like this, but now we got the disease in us and we're able to see shit for what it is now?
In fact,
what if he always? Yo, I was looking at this nigga.
Ellen look crazy, son.
What if he always looked like that, nigga, but we can't see shit, nigga?
Ellen?
Who you say?
You seen Ellen?
Nigga, I seen Remy Ma on the Shade Room, nigga. I'm like, yo, I'm getting to see people for what they really look like. I'm like, okay. Maybe that corona I had in me gave me human evolution, nigga. Because I got X-ray vision right now. I'm able to see shit for what the fuck it is right now.
Dang. You like, oh shit, that's what it looked like. What happened? Damn, homie.
China is reporting to have a skyrocket divorce rate post-corona. Why? Because the disease is all in us, and now you get to see who the fuck you really married. You looking over like, oh shit, this motherfucker got 2 horns on their head? Fuck no. All of us been shallow how? What we've been in love with don't really look like that.
Going down.
Real talk.
Down in the quarantine. Fucking me and their shadow self. Like,
yo, real shit, bro. A nigga always look like that. But look, so Pete, Diddy's tone, let me tell you who is the Christ of that kind of consciousness. Colin Kaepernick, nigga. that shit, Colin Kaepernick started a wave of corporate woke, where you say a lot of shit, but it means absolutely fucking nothing. Where you could be a revolutionary and get money at the same time. That shit is odd. It's a new form of woke, nigga. Revolutionaries, what we could, that's the old model. The new model is, oh, you got to be in opposition to something and you're deep. I don't like that. That's all you got to do. They do it with Rihanna. Rihanna say something about Donald Trump. Oh, she's enlightened. That's it. Cardi B, fuck Donald Trump. That's it. All you have to do is be in opposition.
Counter, yeah.
That's it.
Counter intel.
Yo, the videos on YouTube where Phil Valentine's lectures, before he start his lecture, he gives you 10,000 words. Right? I never heard Phil come out and just say he don't like something. He got a whole narrative for that. He makes his position clear. You know what I'm saying?
He takes you up here with, then he
right.
He clipped the shit, and then he picks up the lectures. Now him picking up those pieces now and restructuring an entirely new mosaic. And by the time that you're finished, you understood the past of it, the present of it, and where the future shit looks of it. You have a total with Pop Darby was on my IG live last night talking about when you're in a dimension, you're a dimension down from it, so you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So Phil give you that, you know, that 3D/4D if you stuck in 2D, you know?
The Phil introduced the term years. First of all, Phil did Wounded Womb, right? Phil came with the term hyperdimensional warfare, right? I remember it was hot off the press. Phil Valentine said Barack Obama is Malcolm X's son, and it made me look at Barack Obama like, yo,
Make you look through Barack Obama.
And guess what? Everybody said Phil was crazy. That nigga crazy. But when you optically look, I'm like, damn, that would have been the biggest mind fuck if ever.
Right.
If that nigga had a son, an estranged son, and they took that nigga, raised that nigga. Yo, the truth is stranger than fiction. But only Phil said that though. You know what I'm saying?
We can't. This is the shit that I used to frustrate me. You know, when we walked away from the Bobbies and the Phils, because that wasn't the first time that they inserted, you know, something like that into the conversation.
Right.
I'm like, why we just never developed those as scripts? Because it was really a jog on the imagination. Shit took you somewhere. And then we seen things later on in society to kind of peg along with it. They would have made your movie a classic. And I'm like, yo, we should have just wrote them scripts, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, Barack Obama.
Yeah, shit. If the Simpsons control reality, we should have done a lot more script writing. You know what I mean? On these things that we consider fantastical. It's like, yo, just wing that shit. See what you get.
Barack got away with having a mystery dad, my nigga. You knew nothing about this nigga's dad. When Trump was asking for the nigga's birth certificate, we're so caught up on race.
They floated a phony. They floated a phony on them because I can't even be biased, like you said, to be caught up on race, right? In the allegiance. My foundation was rock early on. My business, I'm gonna tell you the truth about what happened, right? We was working with NIPSEY, you know what I'm saying? Me and my team had somewhat of a shaky foundation on the fact it was a few personal things I'm not going to speak on, but we seen the label kind of switching up on Nipsey's career, and I had an opportunity to make a move because Michael Jackson just transitioned and it was gold in the streets of Harlem. So I'm like, yo, this shit up here at Sony slowing up. These niggas is pump faking. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to cut a new budget for Son. I think they're going to drop him from the label because HUSSLE in the House didn't do anything at radio He
Mm-hmm.
got compromised in LA. What's the dude named Fetty? Uh, DJ Fetty. Felly Fell, right? I believe that's the name. That was the dude who was pulling for him. Felly Fell and Steve Lobel and Big U introduced him to Johnny Shipes and got him signed to Epic. So Felly Fell was always pulling for his career, and he was at LA Radio, but LAPD shut him down at LA Radio and said, "Look, because this dude got gang injunction and he's an actual gangbanger, you can't play this music on the radio and he can't perform in certain places and venues anyway because of the element that he's going to bring." LAPD has an historic, you can go back in the data file, historic war against the Rolling 60s. They used to kill police back in the day. You feel me? This is a murderous regime. And I'm not throwing salt on that organization. I'm telling you what the historical facts of what those names represent, right? Hence the fact that when you seen Boys in the Hood, you look like one of them rolling 60 motherfuckers, right? They showed you where the tension lies at in South Central with that particular unit. So they was not allowing that man's music to flourish. So I had to make an executive decision. But one of the things that really split the organization is that we had met Barack Obama in 2007 in Brooklyn at the Brooklyn Marriott, and we filmed him. This is before he announced his inauguration. I mean his plans to run. He was just testing the water out. I had just came from a lecture 2 weeks prior by a dude named Paul, whose lecture ended up, like I told you on the beginning of Nas's album. You know what I'm talking about? That
Mm-hmm.
speech.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The song. Yeah, 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 yeah. The classic.
The
Mm-hmm.
answer the question, I think it was
Mm-hmm.
the song that was. So the brother Paul, he was talking about, yo, whoever comes with the paradigm of hope, don't trust them, right? That's the antichrist. That's the one that's going to spin you. Don't ever go for hope, right? In that lecture, he shot at Valentine. So the community turned their back on him and he threw his entire message out. They was like, yo, we ain't fucking with this dude. He trying to pull one of the Rudras again, split the community. We can't allow this. Son took his stick and he bounced and went to. He had son was going to the continent, setting a business. He had several. He was living a life. He's like, I got land over there. I got several shorties. Y'all niggas playing games over here with the rhetoric. I'm getting it done. So he just bounced, right? So I seen Obama come, and at the speech he spoke on the hope shit. But yo, I had got goosebumps, right? And I'm like, yo, this nigga's dynamic. I know he's selling a wolf ticket. I know that he's motherfucking, falsifying his layup. But I'm like, I want to believe because I'm like, this shit could go somewhere. It was no odds at that particular point in time that he even had a chance. I'm just like, yo, he got a different pitch. And I'm like, his approach is well thought out and methodically delivered. And he was talking about he gave the speech about fired up, ready to go. He had a slogan, a pitch, and all of that, a story to go with it, right? Facts tell, stories sell. He was selling that shit, and I got goosebumps, and I hadn't felt goosebumps since Biggie Smalls and them. Like the first time I heard Life After Death was the last time I had goosebumps. So we had got into somewhat electioneering. We started a blog at that point in time, and we were doing a lot of stories on Obama leading up all the way into him announcing his candidacy. We covered a lot of his events when he came to New York to campaign. We filmed all of them joints, you know what I'm saying? And we really kind of like my team believed in him, but I was on my Moorish paradigm, so I'm like, I ain't voting anyway. I see where this shit is going. Then we started making money off of his merchandise in Harlem. And oh boy, whew, that shit took us to the White House, took us to the inauguration. We were the only street brand that was allowed to set up in the state capitol building to sell merchandise, selling $100+ rhinestone Obama merchandise. And I started from selling the Hope T-shirts. That Shepherd, the dude, whatever his name is, that artist, he created that slogan. And I'm like, yo, this is a product that can finally stop the tourists on Sunday because European tourists will come to Harlem on Sunday to come see Franco the Great. They would come by busloads. and they wouldn't do no business with the vendors on the strip because the vendors never had what they wanted.
Hmm.
I was the first vendor to say, "Yo, let's put the Hope T-shirts on the strip because they fuck with that Obama dude," and the shit took off, and no one ever looked back. And Obama gained the momentum to propel himself. You know what I'm saying? The more famous he got, the more his merchandise was popping.
Hmm.
So, you know, my team was like, "Yo, we gonna go. We voting for Obama," and I'm like, "Yo, I don't vote, my nigga." You know what I'm saying? Like, even though I see what he's doing in the campaign, I refuse to buy into that particular concept. I'm not casting a vote. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting that emotionally involved with this shit. I know it's a facade. I was still on my US as a de facto corporation. You know, I knew what the difference with a citizen was with the fiat dollar. I was like, nah, I can't do it. And that kind of like split us apart. You feel me? So
I,
um
yeah, I remember you told me that. So the reason why I even brought up Phil is because that's what my ear has been trained to spark. So this why I don't say I'm conscious, because if I'm say I'm conscious, then that's the bar in consciousness. Um, Dr. Smalls is the bar. Francis Crest is the bar. I'm not conscious. I fuck with game. That's me. I don't put myself over there. I respect that wave of when I was lost in what their information did. So I never put myself over there. There's Mount Olympus, and those people go over there, right? So
mhm.
this is why I say someone like Diddy is the reverend of that, because of his light skin phenotype. Is Colin Kaepernick. Bitches love Colin. They like how he looks. That's why it works. Let's call it what it is. The nigga's light skin, and he has a phenotype, and it's about aesthetics. In Western culture, we're trained that aesthetic, that look is the wave. That's what the fuck it is, right? So Colin Kaepernick is a corporate woke nigga, where the nigga gets money off sneakers and all he does is being in opposition to something. The nigga wore Fidel Castro socks but didn't tell nobody about communism. What the fuck is a communist, nigga? What does it mean to be communist ideology, bro? Why is that important? Because Black Panthers carried around communist literature. They had the manifesto of Chairman Mao. So how you
Mhm.
walking around with Panther shirts? What is the ideology of the Panthers? The Panthers had a 10-point program, and they spoke about their revolution. Colin Kaepernick has fucking Ebro in the morning talking about what his stance is. Get the fuck out of here. I grew up listening to Phil Valentine, nigga. You're not gonna tell me what's cracking. I don't give a fuck how many people in the shade room co-sign that shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. And you didn't go to jail. You didn't go to jail, nigga. You're talking
Nope.
about a job. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X got killed in front of his wifey. Patrice Lumumba, when he went out that day, he did not know he was gonna. You know what I'm saying? He had plans. He
Right.
didn't come back. So you telling me Colin Kaepernick is Patrice Lumumba? Get the fuck out of here, yo. Colin Kaepernick is Lolita LeBron? Really? But that's the wave
Look,
of the conscious,
yeah,
the corporate woke.
here in Atlanta the other day, Joseph Lowry made transition. I think he was the founder of the Southern Christian Coalition, SCLC. I believe that's what it's called. If I'm jacking the name up, please forgive me. But his brother was a civil rights icon. They got boulevards already in Atlanta named after him. He was a living icon. He died at the age of 98. He's the last Mohican from that epoch and that era. Like we said, he would qualify as the Book of Negroes as well. You know, he just made transition the other day. Corona trumped everything. You ain't even hear a whimper. And I'm in Atlanta, I didn't even make a big whimper out here. And he's icon out here. So death is not even the same anymore. Like if you dying for anything other than Corona, you're not part of the narrative or the story. You get replaced quick.
Martyr, not Corona martyr.
Yeah, you're not a martyr. You're not even part of the new death paradigm. You're old death. And we kind of seen that with Dr. Africa, an icon in health. You know, it's like, oh, you out of the race. You know what I'm saying? And the people didn't even take a moment to really acknowledge it and express it for what it means and it deserves. And this is an interesting perspective to look at. You know, when we was talking about, we didn't really get into our NIPSEY section yet, but you know, we did a 3.5 hour tribute today in the spot that I do my pop-ups in here in Atlanta with Dada. We did a 3.5 hour DJ session, you know, playing all the Nips music, and then we was dialoguing afterwards. And I'm like, you know, what the brother represents is that level of lost potentiality. Because I'm like, for who he is right now, or who he was at the time of his transition, who would he have been at the age of 44? You know what I'm saying? So the loss of the potential of what this man and how, you know, uh, strategically executing that plan and unfolding all of these layers and these things, you know what I'm saying? We're never going to get to see that. And that's where the loss kind of hurts the most, that the potential gets cut off so short and we don't get to see the full blossom of it. But the legacy that was left still resonates, still has a resonance, and we can still see the effectiveness of it. And to put it in perspective, it's like, had he still been alive, we probably would have had the Dr. Sebi documentary at this time. That documentary would have made a big difference during this time. You know, when people think but they don't know. They like, I heard about homie, heard about what he did, I heard about them herbs, but I haven't had the ability to sit down and discern it for myself in a home setting and look at this documentary and weigh the evidence to make a decision to when my health is conflicted. I'm gonna go look for herbs first. You know, that shit, they hit the reset on people's lingering consciousness. They didn't make the full marathon, they didn't make the full lap because Corona caught them before that. And niggas went right to the supermarket and they got the comfort. They reverted back, right? They defaulted back to what mama knows best, what mama taught. Like, oh no, I'm about to get these hamburger links, my nigga. You feel me? A pack of Corona, you understand? And we in the cut. I'm barbecuing off of the porch. You dig what I'm saying? We going back because that represents connection. That represents, you know, the people, like you said, have to have a level of optimism to get through this. What's optimism? What's like, you know, ain't nothing like a black barbecue to bring about optimism. Oh, we got a fish fry tonight.
Bro, you know how I feel about Nip, right? That's an emotional thing for me. Nip was done the moment he signed with Atlantic Records. He was never supposed to be in that space with the nigga. He was already Maybach driving without it. Let me tell you what I'm saying. He already was cracking. Already was cracking, bro. Right? When he signed, when he released Victory Lap, the Crenshaw sold more albums than that for $100.
400. He sold more Crenshaw than he
Then
did
Victory Lap? When Victory Lap first came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he was selling it for $100. Right? Look, it's funny because when Choke was talking the shit in the summer about the rock lunch, I was like, when you put hindsight 2020, hindsight 2020, I'm a double back,
yeah,
and I'm a salute Choke. I was not trying to hear that shit at the time. You know what I mean? That rock brunch, you don't need them niggas, yo. No, first of all, Jay-Z's one of the illest niggas that ever did it. Diddy, I don't want to take nothing from him. But Nip is a special nigga. Every nigga's not special. Special niggas need them. He didn't need them. You feel me? Those niggas there want to be someone's big homie. When Jay-Z is your big homie, the nigga gonna suck your whole swag up, nigga, and you're not gonna have it. That's what he does, right? Diddy gonna rape you on a contract, nigga. Take that, and you gonna be done.
Right.
You don't need, he ain't need them niggas. So the moment he went in that direction, it was done, bro. It was done. He didn't need that shit. He already had a wave. He was already cracking in the underground on the West Coast, all up and through Cali, all Arizona, all in New Mexico. He ain't need that shit. Listen to this. Listen to Slauson Boy 2. Listen to, he had his own, he was ushering in a whole nother sound, bro.
I told my you know, told my business partner Majesty that, you know, because he got all the footage. He got, can't even talk about the unprecedented amount of footage that he said that he had. And we were talking about his music, you know, and I was talking about the importance, because he's like, you know, people only know him from this Malcolm X shit, and there's other sides of Nips that they never got to know. You know what I'm saying? He's like, this is what my documentary is going to represent. He's like, there's other layers to him. And I'm like, yeah, we don't get into his music enough. You know, he was a phenomenal artist and he showed a lot of growth. And I'm like, yo, the shit hit different. I was like, I wasn't listening to Slauson Boy 2 when he was alive. For whatever reason, it didn't connect with me and resonate that way. I can't get away from it now.
I remember I sent it to you.
He literally, yes, you did.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you.
On guard, you did. Like, zoop.
When that shit came out, I was like, fam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, yeah.
At that moment, wherever I was at, it didn't resonate with me.
You wasn't fucking with it, bro. I remember.
Now I can't get away from it. He literally has some of my favorite music that gets me through and gives me strength on that album. You feel me? Like these songs provide moments for me. I morph into a different person energetically by how I feel with the music on that album. And the No Pressure album, you know what I'm saying, that you put me on to, I don't think a lot of people even know about that album. It came out right before.
Nigga was sipping heavy lean on, and you can hear it, and that shit go. That shit go. You niggas will never know. Niggas will never know. Business will never know. You know what I'm saying? That's my shit, right? So what I'm saying is if step back from it, look at the design he actually was. This nigga was Sick With It Records, Study E42 Short, and all the Bay shit, right? This nigga has Snoop swag with Jay-Z's cadence. He was Tony Draper. He was Master P. He was Baby. He was Jigga with the Rollie and the vest. He was all these niggas. This is what I'm talking about. How you develop black arrogance. He was a student of the shit first.
Mm-hmm.
It is 10,000 hours. He was the only nigga that could challenge Jay-Z for Nigga Kingdom. Facts. Because what he was deeply rooted in, the nigga's a fucking African Crip. You're rooted at the Rolling 60s. Is the bloodline of the Rolling 60s is ancient nigga blood. Right? Now, here's the main thing. The nigga has the Jesus Christ face phenotype, nigga. You know what I mean by that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Look at the phenotype, right? If you closed your eyes and you imagine black Jesus, how it would look, you know what I'm saying? No, real shit. He don't look like me. He look like that right there.
Got it. That's
real shit.
It's the phenotype, man.
I know you had that shirt on.
Huh?
This is what I'm saying. Look, quick plug for me. Look, let me campaign real quick. I said earlier, sooner or later, who y'all see who the prophet is. I just said Nipwood had the Jesus phenotype. I didn't even know you had that fucking shirt on. So sidebar for Ken Bills for the future. I does this shit.
Join the club. Join the club. Talking black arrogance. I'm about to go ham on IG after this.
I does this shit. I did not know you had that shirt on. I said that nigga got the black Jesus archetype. I did not know you had that on, bro. Word to mother.
You know, it's what I rock. Like, I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna make it known. You know, this is.
Hold on, bro. Wait. Let me hold on. Niggas don't know the campaign for myself side that I do. Niggas be talking all this Ken shit, need to elevate his convo. You niggas don't know what the fuck you looking at when you looking at me. That's my quick Ken Billions plug. Nah, but yo, hey, I'm fighting off that corona, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, black arrogance game. Nah,
you gotta treat the niggas like they the vibe. You got shake them off.
man, you know what I'm saying? But
wipe them down, like
but yeah, that's what if I close my eyes, that's what he looks like. And you know who had it before him? He is the before it was him, it was Tupac's face.
Right. Tipper off.
Yeah, look at his face.
He had the phenotype, hence the fact that the Machiavelli cover even showed him on the cross. That's the sixth Sephiroth, which is Tipperoth. That's Christ. You know what I'm saying? And he knew it. Whether he knew it or not, he knew it. We're talking about archetypes, people.
Archetypes.
Stop getting caught up in the puritanical evaluation and observation of what you think a Christ-like archetype is. Right? They represented that. They had the messianic force and the energy. You know? Yes, they talking about me too. Facts.
Yeah, but I know you personally, nigga, so I'm not finna give you your flowers that too close, nigga. That's the hater in me, nigga. Like I'm gonna say it to somebody else. Yo, the blue pill got the archetype face, nigga. I'm not finna tell it to you while we on the phone, nigga. Fuck that.
I did an interview with the Rastafari community the other day, and I'm like, because niggas, they seen you fart and shit. They seen you wake up, they know your breath stink. They like, nah, he can't be it. I ain't giving that.
You too close to home. I'll tell somebody else though. My nigga Blue, yo, I ain't finna. Nah, hey, but yo, shout out to A.A. Rashid, because when he used to be on Know the Ledge Radio, the nigga used to talk about aesthetics. So this is how I know how to look at certain things, because the nigga A.A. Rashid is a master of art, nigga, and how shit looks.
Right.
So this is how I could look at Nip and be like, damn, that was the nigga, yo. When he went over to that Rock Nation shit, that's the Pharisees and shit, nigga. Mm-hmm. That was the only nigga that can challenge Jay-Z for nigga kingdom. It's not Drake. Drake is popular. I'm talking to be nigga kingdom, you got to be deeply rooted. You know what I'm saying? That was the only person that could challenge Jay-Z for nigga kingdom, bro. Right now, he's the king of nigga kingdom and been that way for a minute. Right? Look who Nip was married to. I mean, look whose lady is, Lauren. Look at her phenotype. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain kind of aesthetics it hit. I'm not talking about my feelings. I'm talking about archetypes and how shit looks. Right? Him and Laura London was a direct challenge to Jay-Z. He's younger. He soaked you up, nigga. And not for nothing, at the same age, you could argue he raps better. That's an argument. That's an argument. I know that's blasphemy to New York niggas, but hold on. It took Jay-Z a minute to get his thing together.
Nah, let's a reasonable doubt out the gate. I mean, yeah, if you're talking about from Hawaiian Sophie, the reasonable doubt, yeah, he had to get his because in my life, he was 26, 27, and he got his shit together. I'm listening, and looking through the archive, with Nip, and I'm like, when I was with Nip in 08, 09, that was not the same artist on Slauson mixtape.
That wasn't the same artist from Crenshaw.
No, that wasn't
Crenshaw.
Bullets Got No Name artist was not the same artist on Crenshaw. Crenshaw, not the same artist on Slauson Boy. Slauson Boy was not the same artist on Victory Lap. And I'm not saying that he got progressively better or better than that artiste that he was during those projects. Mailbox Money, that's the nigga that was in that V12, and he was looking at, he had Maybach Vision. It was different, and you heard it. We seen the stages and the steps that he went through as an artist, and he shed certain skin and he picked up new styles. He had mad styles. feel me?
Hold on. Look,
I would, yeah,
I gotta do it.
that comparison.
Jay-Z took Philly niggas waves. I gotta do it, bro. He took Young Chris whole cadence, nigga.
He did. He did.
Jay-Z has took mad niggas waves. That's he's Mystique from fucking X-Men. The nigga stands next to you, drained you for who is he on Electronica's album? The nigga drained Nas for his whole shit. Now Nas can't find it.
Nas can't find it. He out Nas Nas.
He out Nas, my nigga. That's his skill.
Electronica, like, look, I'm gonna just finalize this shit. You know what I'm saying? Let me put 6 feet on this fucking coffin. Ugh.
Hey, let's be real.
Yeah, but he morphed. Yeah.
Jay-Z was on a song with Big L, and Big L flamed this nigga. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Right? Jay-Z running around. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Big L put that nigga's body bag in a body bag.
Zip him up. Right. Facts.
Right? No diss the hoe, because I respect his moves. I respect his mind. Look at the moves. Let me get Beanie Siegel. I would argue, in terms of rapping at that time, listen to Beanie Siegel's Truth album and The Reason, and you tell me, in terms of skill set, who's the better rapper at that fucking time, right? He soaks all the niggas up and takes their shit and then throws you out, nigga. After he Shang Tsung for Mortal Kombat, nigga, he does that move on you. Your soul is mine. His shit is your style is mine. UGK, big pimpin'. Right? Nip was Nip, nigga.
Big, nigga.
Big. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Nip is the genuine article.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'm saying this with no emotions.
Totally disassociated himself from his doppelganger, if you will. Nah, I ain't Snoop. I don't want to be Snoop. Snoop is Snoop. I got my own shit, and he proved it. And he stood on his own too and did it. He did it his way. You know what I'm saying? I remember how they was pushing him to be that Snoop knockoff, and he was like, "I will not do that. No way. Can't do it. Won't allow myself to." He stood on principle to a degree where he had to go on his own and prove his own merit. You know what I'm saying? To come full circle. So. Yeah, he really was self-made, and that's a threat in this industry when somebody don't have that cosign and you have the credits. You know, your campaign for Nigga Kingdom, you check out a lot of columns. Only thing that he didn't have was the numbers to justify, which he would have been able to. His movements outside of rap was going to supersede, you know, the actual lyrical accomplishments anyway. You feel me?
Okay. What numbers mean more? If I sell 1 million records, but I only made 50,000, or if I sell 50,000 and I made $1 million?
Right.
Right.
I mean,
so,
for the hustlers, it would be respected.
You know what I'm saying? For the pop niggas, for the corny niggas like academics that talk about numbers, fuck all that. Nigga, like, yo, we tell niggas what's popping now. Like, nah, fuck you, nigga. You don't tell us what's cracking. You know what I'm saying? One of Jay-Z's most infinite lines is copying Philly nigga swag. I don't wear jerseys. I'm 30 plus. Give me a crisp pair of jeans, nigga, button ups. Who on the East Coast dress like that? Philly niggas. Philly niggas was wearing button-up shirts by the polos, nigga. All the boy buttoned up to the top. That's a fact.
DC niggas, yeah.
That's a fact, yo. Those are the facts. It's not taking nothing. I can't take nothing to Jay-Z. The niggas shit is up on the scoreboard. Who the fuck am I? This is an observation of watching this shit come out And I know that the nigga, he is an absorber. He takes nigga shit and uses that shit and makes a mountain out of a molehill. That's his thing. And what I'm saying is Nip ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? Nip worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked and worked, got better as a rapper, nigga, and was ill with the shit, nigga, and had his own sound. You know what I'm saying? The nigga didn't run to UGK for a sound. Nigga didn't run to Timberland for a sound. The nigga brought the sound, bro. Let's be real. He didn't use big lines, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, listen to the J Electronica album. Nas is somewhere looking for his fucking pen. Jay-Z done took the shit, nigga. Give me that. Give me that, nigga. I've seen that movie before. He did the same shit to Kanye. Everything Kanye did, Jay-Z did. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Kanye doing rockers, Jay-Z doing that. Like, the same exact fucking moves. You know what I'm saying?
Big homie rules. I'm your big homie. Get on the. I
Yeah,
got
I'm
get on the deodorant.
right.
Get on the deodorant. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And Nip ain't J. Cole.
Homie, when you got a big homie, you can't be bigger than your big brother. That was the whole point of that. So
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
definitely observation. It doesn't make him a bad guy.
no,
That's just his. That's his finesse. You know what I'm saying?
It
That's
just makes him a businessman. That's all it makes him.
And had we been observant, you know, and he tells you his trajectory and his story. I learned under Jazzo. I learned under Kane. Then I had to learn, you know, by observing Big. You know, he figured this shit out along the way. And he was able to bring something unique to the table, which was an extraordinary skill set in terms of his ability to craft music in his mind, utilizing a very, you know, somebody with a strong mental who can write song or create worlds without the use of a pen. That's Masonic. That's, you know, he who shall create the world without the sound of a nail and a hammer. He built worlds out in his mind. Big built worlds out in his mind. The great ones who have pretty much templated reality, right? From Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? He did it afterwards. The ones that you identify who identified himself, Future's doing it. These dudes is like, yo, I go in the baby, y'all go in the booth and freestyle a song. I don't even write it no more. Those are extraordinary minds. And those are people that have the capability to carry a reality along with them, right?
Yeah, but the niggas that write sound better than the niggas that don't.
That's in some respect perspective,
if
but
we step back from it, niggas need to write your shit. This is art. See,
bro,
look.
I get it, but Big, I mean,
Huh?
you know, like,
oh no, he's one of one.
Big, and I'm like, oh,
he's one of one. Him, he's one of one. He's one of one with that shit. You can't take nothing from that nigga. He's ill, and his shit sounds sonically. He's on pace. You know what I'm saying? He's one of one. But the whole mindset of I don't write rhymes. First of all, let's talk time capsule. Let's talk Smithsonian Museum. If you don't write raps, where's your shit at in the museum? Right here in DC at the Library of Congress, they have Columbus's journal, right? That's one of the things about European history. The reason why it's global and it's shoved in our face, it's because it's been very preserved, right? Cortez, their journals are here in the Library of Congress. So now, Jay-Z, if all of your shit is on files in the studio, but there's no shit for the museums, what does it fucking mean? Where's your notes at? That's important. Guess what? Nikola Tesla's notes is the reason why governments are able to do what they do, because he left extensive notes.
Right.
Where the fuck is your notes, nigga? Where's your rough draft? Like, there's like Jay-Z gave the culture bad habits too. Oh yeah, I'm one take Hove. Now niggas want to do it in one take. What if it don't sound right? So you just want to do one take just to say you do it with one take? That's not art, bro. Don't do art like that. This shit takes time. You got to let the shit bake to be a master. It's about mastery. That's what I'm talking about the mind. See, that's alpha male shit. Yeah, on one take. What the fuck does that mean? So I respect him when he said kill Jay-Z, because kill Jay-Z, that part of him, torture culture, bad habits, nigga. Yo, nigga, what kind of joint you got? Nigga, what's the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6, nigga? 30 to 40 grand cocksucker beat it. What the fuck does it mean? I got a bad bitch with me, you got a bad bitch with you. What's the difference, nigga? Both of they pussies pink. The fuck is the difference, man? Fuck one bad bitch, you fuck them all. The fuck is the difference? Right? So he was able to draw distinctions of, nigga, we drinking Cristal over here. This shit's gross though. I've tasted it. It's trash. Like, right? You could do way better getting a Long Island. A Long Island tastes better than Cristal. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What the fuck? What the fuck? The thing about it is, the only song where Nip ever did that for real, where he draw those distinctions and shit like that, was Rap Niggas. Mm-hmm. Prior to that, he never really did that in his music like that. You know what I'm saying? Rap Niggas. I ain't nothing like you, Rap Niggas. Like, that was his really only song where he was really like that, where you could create a generation of people that want to emulate what you're talking about right there in a negative way. Rap niggas. Mm-hmm. Pretty much the other shit was not like that. You know what I'm saying? So Jay-Z, GOAT, one of the greatest of all time. But at the end of the day, his life has been lived in a way that we can analyze it. Motherfucker gonna do it to me too. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to big Nip up because I know what I'm looking at. I'm like, that nigga was a threat to nigga kingdom. He was a threat. He was a direct threat because he was deeply rooted, and the nigga was from East Africa. Mm-hmm. And he got the Jesus phenotype. Mm-hmm. Right?
And that miraculous shit, right?
Let's be honest. What is stopping Jay-Z from really grabbing the hearts and the minds of his people? It's his fucking face. Let's be real. He does not, okay, if Jay-Z took his head off and put Nas's head on, it'd be a wrap.
Oh man. Facts.
That's the game. Right? Look, yo, I'm a real person, bro. Look, I do shit to make myself interesting. I don't got hazel eyes. In the West, aesthetically, nigga, the symmetry of my face is not what penetrates culture, the symmetry, right? So I put a big ass tattoo on my face. That makes me interesting. And I come with game. So I know my lane. I'm not 6'4", nigga. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. I know my place in society. So I manipulate the shit in other ways. But I know who niggas, I can look at somebody and who has that sauce. Like, oh yeah, you got it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why niggas have a thing for Jay-Z. Is because when they look at him, the aesthetics that A. Rashid talks about, only in the West. Now, mind you, I keep saying Western culture. We live in Western culture. So it's not what you believe or what you personally like. It's the game. From a commercial standpoint. From a commercial standpoint, there's the look.
On the continent, you know, the Nigerian has a fuller face. The Ghanaian has a particular look. The South African has a particular look. And, you know, he doesn't have to have a particular phenotype to grasp and denote power or prestige per se, because the people that we identify with the power and the prestige over there, they would look like, you know, a regular normal person who you will overlook over here. And there's nothing in their look, in their the image of them that would speak power. Where over here, this shit gotta look wavy. It gotta look like you said, it has to fall into that. In order for a person to be considered to be graced and favor, it means that God blessed you with a look, right? Either a height, a look, a build, and if you got all of that shit going for yourself, you Kaepernick. And you don't gotta say nothing like you said, but I don't like this. Oh my God, this second comment.
It's
I
look
just not with this.
one of
The
okay.
nigga grew an afro to say that. Like
The what?
he grew an afro to say that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No. One of the things he's stupid, yo. One of the things in Black American culture, like I told you earlier about being historically right, we make comments and we're emotionally connected to the shit we say. I can look at myself and I know what I am and what I'm not. Nigga, I don't got no emotional connection to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? So, but I study Western culture. So take Tyrese, for example. Tyrese is dark as hell, but look at his phenotype though. Look at his face. That face, I see when people look at him, what their eyes do. It's sacred geometry, yo. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And he dark skinned. He has a certain kind of look to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain type of face. The reason Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Look at Malcolm X phenotype. Look at Barack Obama's phenotype. It hits certain. You don't know why you're staring, but you're staring. It's sacred geometry. The reason why I'm able to do that is because I deal with abstract thought. I'm able to make a comment and a thought and divorce myself from the comment and the thought. You know what I'm saying? Put the shit on the wall and look at it. So I can make assessments about myself. This is why I'm always at the right place at the right time, because I know what I am and what I'm not what I feel. I know what the fuck am I and what the fuck I'm at. What do I have? One thing for sure, two things for certain. My hair is going to be waved the fuck up. I know that. Now I know that about myself. I'm gonna keep me a fucking haircut. And I'm gonna stay riding clean, right? And I'm gonna always be on the new shit, the new knowledge. Niggas come to me to tell them the new shit. Right? I was the one on the East Coast in my hood telling niggas about Nip. They were saying it was trash. I was like, yo, this nigga's the nigga. Everywhere I look at is the nigga. In the summertime, was I or was I not talking about the wave right here? Right?
Facts.
Right? That's how I know when I always tell you, Blue Pill, nigga, you're the only one in the world at the moment with the 4-4 narrative, nigga. You got to make sure that your shit goes in the Smithsonian. What is the thing? Build edifices of your people, complete their completed works, deify their completed works, and say their name. The 4-4 shit makes you an American god, my nigga, because it's a philosophy. That number keeps popping up. I never knew that until I met you. Like, oh shit, nigga, you got a point right here, and you're the only one with this wave right here. But you gotta make it hit something, because these niggas don't know what they're looking at. So they tune into you and your brother all the time. These niggas don't know what the fuck they're looking at, because if they did, they would make sure you niggas was rich. But that's another story. That's how I know niggas don't know what they looking at. Why you niggas ain't millionaires? These niggas supposed to be millionaires. Your brother comes through with the black amorphous messiah. Niggas don't even understand the fucking concept. Because if you did, you'll make sure that this nigga has all the resources to continue to do his work. But niggas have to ask you for a cash app? That means you don't know what the fuck you're looking at, nigga. Typical nigga shit. Just staring, comparing, talking about what a nigga's clothes look like. Fuck out of here. Typical shit.
Look, I was able on Sunday to write a post on Instagram and tell the niggas that, based on my observation of the fact that everybody in the world is now wearing gloves and a mask. I'm like, yo, MJ was ahead of his time, and niggas called him wacko. I never did. You know, my story is intricately tied into him. I'm like, look at us now. Who's crazy? You feel me? And the fact that MJ is Michael, the archangel, that's the patron saint of the police. So the fact that I'm seeing the police get inflicted in March, right? Mars is military, police are paramilitary, right? They represent the elements of iron and lead, Saturn and Mars. So I'm like, look, I called it. I said, expect MJ to pop up in the news just based on my observation of me seeing an infliction of police now being plagued. That means their patron saint is not working anymore. That means in their minds, they're making a judgment call. Nigga, in less than 72 hours, the article pops up. They got a whole new movie coming out where they attacking MJ. And it's necessary because in the mythos, right, the archangel Michael is what precedes the coming of the Christ. And he comes with the legion. So you have to make the archangel angry. You got to say some crazy shit about him. You got to go in. So this is playing into prophecy. In less than 72 hours, the shit pops up. And I'll be like, yo, I could give this to you, but what you gonna do with it? You know what I'm
That,
saying? Like
that,
I'm
yep.
showing you, telling you how this shit works, but you have no idea what you're looking at. You have the slightest. And it don't matter how many times that I tell you what you're looking at, you still can't get it.
Real shit. Real shit.
You know,
Bro. Yeah, bro,
like the day before,
real.
look, and the day before that, I put the article up about the military, the Navy is catching the corona, and I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And I told him that's tied into my initial prediction when I saw the 44 passengers on the Princess Diamond ship catch it. I said, "Oh, it's gonna jump the water and it's gonna run rabbit." So I inserted an idea in their minds through a script that I said that I'm writing about the potentiality of an America that's not policed by the police because they have a plague and it's not, protected by the military because everyone has the plague. If everyone is catching the plague and people got to put family first, when the security kick in, you know what I'm saying? So different plans have to be met. But there was a band of reincarnated Black Panthers who were able to mix mycelium with some other herbs and come up with an antidote, and they were immune to it, and they were able to ravish and run through, hit all soft targets and nerve centers and bring the Babylon to its knees in under 48 hours. And then the Intergalactic Confederation rejoiced, came down, gave them advanced technology, and they were able to propel the planet into the fifth dimension and kick the cosmos into this, into the graduation that Delbert Blade always speaks about. Why the next day the article pop up with 44 Marines?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like I could get to what you gonna do with it. What you gonna do with this is not the time to be figuring this shit out. That was last year. This is the time to be doing this shit. Or you just bearing witness to history and you should be taking notes and writing shit down. But to jump into the game at this point, it's like, no, support the people that's in the game, support the people that's advancing it, support the people with the high level observation. They can actually utilize these tools to eventually, you know what I'm saying, make some shit really, really, really happen. And not just the hyperbole aspect of it. It's the same question that I asked about the community who has given over $500,000 to people, for their dreams, their lofty dreams about what they want to do for their children. All of your children is at home in front of a computer and a phone right now. Why them same people is not teaching your children? Why are you not demanding that? If the emphasis was put on the fact that that build out should be digital, then everything will be in place. Only thing that they need is 2 weeks now with your children. You will not have the same children back after 2 weeks of intent online deep learning with these same people who said that they got so much information for your babies that you had to give them all this bread to build out physical edifices, and now everything is online.
That's a fact. My son, I'm homeschooling now.
Bad people homeschooling. They
I'm
were,
home homeschooling. What the
they
fuck?
were overnight force to embrace that concept, and people is rising to the occasion, and they doing it like how we always do it, like how we always knew that they could do it seamlessly. You feel me? They stick with it, and they like, I'm not going back to that old shit. I'm teaching my baby, and I'm teaching my baby some new shit, some essentials, not that same lame old shit. It's a new world.
I got a play right now too, and the play is they can't evict no one right now. Y'all know that, right? You can't get evicted right now. If you make everything you're going through Corona related, they have to oblige by your shit. What I'm about to tell you is this. Tomorrow's the 1st of the month. Keep your fucking money in your pocket. Do not peel off no big chunks right now. You have no idea what the fuck next week is going to be. Don't worry. If nothing else, it's still a win-win. In 90 days, if you get removed from your crib, you'll still have, I know if you live here in my area, our rent is damn near $3 grand, nigga, right? So keep it in your pocket. You'll still have $10,000 in 90 days. You keep it in your pocket. Oh, they'll have an eviction on my list. All you got to do is get a credit specialist to clean that shit off. Don't chip off no big fucking money in a fucking crisis, and you have no clue what's going to look like next week. Because understand this, right now it's about having liquid money, not worth. You need your dollars right now, all of them. Pay your little phone bill, little trinket shit. But you don't know how long this shit is going to go. What the fuck you look like paying your rent right now, $2,700. The building can't kick you out right now. The country is on economic distress.
Right. They said that yeah, I mean, you know.
Don't be afraid, yo. Don't be afraid. Keep your fucking capital. You need to have liquid money right now. So you mean to tell me you're okay with paying your bills, and then what you're going based off are briefings? So if everything shuts more down and you just spent your last $2,500 to pay all your shit, for what? Now you won't eat. Now you have no mobility. As long as I got $20 in my pocket, I can get a motherfucker to do anything I need. They don't move. Keep your bread, keep your overhead at a minimum, right? Understand something. They don't want to come out and tell you you can't be evicted right now. Why? The courts are closed.
Hello. They sending niggas home.
The court is closed.
The police is like,
do not even want to come near people.
Yeah, we're gonna pick you up to send you where? Because we can't even send you to the courts. So either we're gonna detain you indefinitely, or we just not gonna detain you at all. Because it's not even worth us gambling to come out there to get you if the shit is not a split bean. If you ain't out here splitting beans, chances are they're not coming. You feel me?
I'm not chipping off. First of all, you know I'm not chipping off nothing? Crackers ain't. They're not paying their shit. I'm not. Everybody's saying the same shit. Yo, business is bad. There's relief right now. If I got a crib in Arizona, if I had a tenant there right now, I can't put them out right now. Legally. You cannot put them out right now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just had to pay on an electric bill, right? So I'm King Finesser. What do? Call them and tell them, yo, my business is suffering from Corona related. Oh, fine, Mr. Brisbon. We'll waive it until May 1st. Bet.
Right.
I ain't even paying it May 1st. I'm saving all my shit. I'm making dead ass. I'm making sure I'm cash because I'm ready right now to make a major move. If I got to get out the crib that I have to get out and go back to my Arizona crib, that's what the fuck I'm gonna do. But I'm gonna go with bands though. I'm not chipping off these crackers. Nothing in a crisis. You're not finna scare me. You crazy? I need right over here, bro. They just put the they just put the they just put the shelter order in here. It triggered panic buying, right? Everybody was in there bleeding the shit down and hoarding the shit. I'm like, what the fuck I look like picking out $2,700 right now with this shit? Of course, they're going to try to put pressure on you because they don't want to lose no bread. Right? But they can't. Look at the phone services. They're waiving fees. This is affecting everybody's business. A projected 47 million people are going to be out of work. 3 million people just signed up for unemployment. The restaurant business just lost $25 billion.
Right. Hotels are out. Restaurants are out. The airlines are about to be out. You know what I'm saying? They're going to start laying off teachers. You feel me? I mean, this shit is going to be blood in the street. You know what I'm saying? In terms of how they axing people. The economic onslaught is all the way popping. They are taking out an entire class. You feel me? And walking papers. Same way that, you know, the country was collectively engaging in trying to evict Trump. He turned around and, you know, he's the landlord. He's a real estate magnate, right? He's the landlord of the country right now. And he got keys to everybody's house. And they're going to be kicking a lot of people out of them shits. You feel me? So you really have to have a contingency. And the rest of the country is waiting for the relief. Whether it's the stimulus check or for, you know, the people that do have businesses, you know what I'm saying, to get some of that scratch. But then what comes after that? What if it's an 18-month lockdown? Once you run through that,
I got some game to go. Today, I'm a business owner. I'm going to shoot y'all the gems. SBA.gov, nigga. I applied for the $10,000 relief shit. It was the easiest application I ever signed up for. It's first come, first serve. Just to let y'all know, there's 30 million businesses in America. This shit is first come, first serve. They just revised it the 29th. I did mine this morning. The application is 10 minutes. SBA.gov, nigga. There go my gem for y'all. SBA.gov. All you need is a fucking EIN number. If you are a renter and you did not make any wages from your tenants, go to SBA.gov. As soon as you sign on, niggas at the top of the shit. Now, what I just said, mad niggas not gonna go. He's still not gonna go. I'm telling you where to go. Sign up for the 10,000. Now, the thing about it is, you may or may not have to pay it back over a course of 10 years at less than 5% interest. They're cutting a $2 trillion. That's 12 zeros. Nigga, it's 4 commas, yo. Wait, billion is 3.
Yeah, nigga.
So 100 million is 4. That's 5 commas, yo.
Damn.
Right? Look, let me help niggas out because I know how niggas be. Because I was listening to your bro the other day and he had the dude what's his name, Trillionaire Trav or whatever. And one thing I keep seeing is, oh, the people are so used to being scammed. If you're a grown ass man or woman and your ass is getting scammed right now, that's your fault. Why the fuck are you doing business with people with no business plan? You're just sending niggas money for schools and shit like that. Niggas don't have to have no business plan, no CEOs, nothing. Look, right here, top of the page. What it say? Apply for economic injury loan. SBA.gov. You want my advice to you, because it's going to be based on the algorithm. If you get it, sit on it. Don't spend nothing. That's my advice for you. And then wait, and then work on your business plan. And then when this shit is over, go all the way in. Because once it's over, This shit is gonna be cracking like never before. And it's gonna be all about vices. All the coke, all the pussy, all the weed, being cooped up in that crib for months and months and months. Niggas gonna be eating. The world's gonna be different, but people gonna fly right out of hell, especially if this shit gets done in the summertime. It's a wrap. Niggas is itching to kill another nigga. They pissed off like, wait till I catch that nigga. It's gonna be a summer with mad bodies.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me, Blue?
Yeah, a lot of aggression.
But yo, dead ass though, SBA.gov. You don't gotta fuck with it, but there's an option. Nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's the easiest application that I've ever applied for some money. The qualification. Nigga, ain't show no financials.
Yeah, on that note, we've been on this shit for 3 hours.
Nigga, we had to do that, nigga. It's for Nip.
Yeah. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? For the good brother. And you gave a gemstone, and I often want to end on that. That's a cliff note. We need to let that hang. We need to let that linger, because you know people need to take advantage of this. It's first come, first serve. So you know you should either be getting on top of that right now, or getting to bed early and getting ready to get to that in the morning, getting your papers and your documents together to really be about your business. You know, and have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Have a plan to put shit in perspective so you can execute when you do get that, when that shit hits your account. And get a taste of what the future gonna taste like.
Yo, facts. But like I always tell you, Blue, I tell you in front of people, bro, you got a lane and you got a sauce, that's yours. Everything that happened before this, it doesn't even exist no more. Doesn't even matter. This is after Corona, nigga. The past is not, it doesn't even exist no more. This is a new reality and a new future. All your traumas, people, your depressions, your stress before this shit don't even matter anymore. Because when history is told now, it's not going to be told from our perspective. It's going to be told from the lives that are born now. You know how many Sagittariuses and fucking Capricorns it's going to be? They're going to look back at this period and judge how the people moved right now. We are the American gods right now, nigga. No disrespect to Garvey, no disrespect to Nat Turner, but we're going to replace them people. We are going to be the popping ones. Gods rise and fall. That's just the fucking game. Right? Be the American gods. You got the guru lane. You got the anarchist lane. You know what I'm saying? You got the sexy spiritual female lane. You know what I'm saying? Where that wave of you just posting pictures, baby girl, that shit is done. You're gonna have to put some scriptures with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to put some metal nature with that shit, with that monkey, baby. Fuck out of here with them weak ass captions of the struggling black girl story, man. Fuck out of here. You open your legs and show that monkey. You got to caption that shit with a Sora. Fuck out of here. Captions be, yeah, they told me I couldn't do nothing, but here I am. Fuck out of here. That's not going down. Your captions got to be esoteric captions right now. Fuck out of here.
This shit got to be roomy. Yeah, you pop it.
Yeah, you feel me? Blue, it's funny. Every person that posts a picture got this caption about life and how they been through so much. And fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, you're gonna have to post some shit. Post some Madame Blavatsky on your shit or something. It's gonna be like, oh damn, bro, she got a fat pussy and she got gems. You know what I mean? But you got that lane, and then you got that young fly person lane. Well, that's a lane right there. When you talk about the word for it is cultural critic. You remember Torre from The Vibe? Torre was a cultural critic. You need more of those right now. That's a lane too, where you're able to look at culture and spin it in a way where it's not gossipy. You know what I'm saying? Just like Torre. Beverly Bond. Was that her name from the Essence? Had short hair or dreads or something like that. But remember, them people cultural critics. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a lane for that. So Blue, you got the sauce, bro. That 4-4 is the wave, bro. You know what I mean? Don't let these niggas take that shit. You don't owe nobody nothing. You the wave, my nigga. Cause yo, what if you got 30 more summers, my nigga? What that look like?
Crazy. Yeah. We're gonna make it to 2024. I just need 24 years out. We're gonna be in 2044. It's going down.
You know what I mean? Oh, last thing I'm gonna say this. Everybody get a bunch of hard drives. All of your music, put them on hard drives. Put your books on hard drives, right? Put them all in one thing: financial bag, chemistry bag, history bag, because Bobby and Phil and Delbert Blair and Francis Cress Wilson, they got to come off YouTube and go on hard drives.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you preserve them. This is how you create. Someone's gonna take this. Someone please take this ideal. You have to develop the conscious museum.
Yes, we spoke on this.
Leela Africa just died. He needs a black wax like they got in Baltimore. You know how they got the Black Wax Museum?
Wax Museum. Yeah, we need that for Leela Africa. Wax.
Where's the Queen of Fool Black Wax Museum? See, that's how my mind think, right? Because one of the reasons why I gotta get millions is because so I can set up a retirement plan for these elders, bro. Because they have to die rich. I don't give a fuck if they want to or not. I'm saying it. They gotta die rich. The pills gotta die rich, yo. Because if the pills don't die rich, what that does is it sets up a bad example for the people interested in being teachers in this community. Because what it shows is that there's no grace and favor over there, and you're gonna commit your life to putting out work, and these niggas don't know what the fuck they're looking at because they think shit is supposed to be free. Fuck out of here. I'm Ken Billions, nigga. That shit is trash. Pay the profits, nigga. Find the funds. Look to your neighbor and say, find the funds. Find the funds. Somebody in the chat put find the funds.
Bro, that Cash App is wild light tonight. You know what I'm saying? About how fire this dialogue is.
Yeah. I want to pay niggas. Yo, one thing about me, Blue, I'm gonna be loyal to who's paying me. So if people don't see me and they see me over there with a bunch of Asian kids, they paying me, nigga. I'm gonna be loyal to who feeding me. Niggas don't pay, nigga. And I don't walk the blade, nigga. My hoeing is not free, nigga. I'm for profit. Fuck all that, nigga. But yeah, bro, that 4-4. Keep it going, bro, and elevate that shit, bro, and take that shit to the high. The reason why I'm talking like that, because if I never see you, my nigga, ever again, because life happens, I want you to know you's an ill nigga. You was the reason why I heard Taj Tariq Bey, because you had him on Know the Ledge YouTube. And this was the first time I heard niggas talk about venue, jurisdiction, delegated of authority order. I was a young nigga driving with no license. That shit fucked me up. But
Right, delegation of it.
Yeah. That shit put me in handcuffs. And I was topping that shit. Yo, you don't got jurisdiction. You need a delegation of authority order. Yo, you work for Rome. I was in jail, but still, that's not the point. Nigga, I have fines for years for that shit, nigga. That ass.
Just saying. At you. There's a commonality, you know, that I hear with that story. I've heard that story several times. It's a victory laps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But nonetheless, You know what I mean? The information was still pertinent. And what I realized is, let me get the money first and then say that. Let me fight these niggas with bread. Like, nigga, I don't need a license, nigga. Bread, nigga. Right? But that shit is kind of fucked up when you behind the 8 ball, nigga. And they towing your shit, nigga. You ain't got no registration on the car. Nigga, that's not a car, that's a vessel.
That's a conveyance vehicle. I'm not doing business.
Nigga, that's that's a vessel, nigga. I'm not doing commerce. I'm allowed to travel unmolested, nigga. I was in the back of the police car, like, dead ass. Nigga, my shit was fucked up. I had thousands and thousands and thousands of fines for driving with no license.
Oh man.
Nigga, I walked into court one time and was like, you got on a black robe, you represent Saturn, you're not even a real court, you're a magistrate, that flag has fringes on it, that's not even a real man. I was trying to be Taj, nigga. That nigga was writing me tickets like, whatever, nigga, fuck out of here, pay that.
Go to mouth, yeah. Pay that. Yeah, we're gonna let you pay for these fringes.
Yeah, bro. Yo, and I was like, yo, the flag. Traffic, it's only a few. Yo, you ain't a real sheriff. Yo, a sheriff got a deputized. I had all the spiel.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, my nigga. I had like $6,000 in fines. No bullshit.
God damn. Yeah, that's an expensive
nigga, I was on one when I heard that information. Any reason to be rebellious? I was like, what? Oh.
Any reason to be rebellious, man.
No, bro, I'm driving Mercedes Benzes with no registration, no insurance, no nothing. I'm like, shit, nigga, I'm a sovereign citizen. Fuck out of here. I'm rolling my window down halfway. I don't gotta roll it down all the way. Yo, nigga,
where's your commanding officer? VIN number. What you mean? I gotta know my license.
Yeah.
That's my strong.
Bruh, the nigga called. I see another car come up, niggas rolling up with the hand on their gun. I hopped out the car so fast, like, yo, you know what? I started quoting Bibles. I switched to Morris shit and would start quoting Bible shit as scriptures. He that goes, leads into captivity, will go into captivity. I try to appeal to their Christian heart, nigga. My conversation changed. I became a Christian. Fuck that. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Bible said, do unto others as you would have to do unto yourself. That ass, nigga. Yeah, but yeah, it's all love though. You know what I mean? I appreciate those.
Oh shit, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you. And yeah, you an ill nigga as well. You know, that's why we here on the 28th episode.
Yes, sir.
It's important that observation, which I know is futuristic, you know what I'm saying, and before its time, it's like, no, I'll fight presently for it to have its present space and time, because its resonance, it may be for the future, but it's going to be there when you catch up to it. And lo and behold, you feel me? Y'all can go into the archives, and for those that want to play catch up or just getting into this conversation and you need some game to catch you up, you got a full clip. There's 30 in the clip. You got 28 slugs right now in this Tough Talk archive. And of course, you got banana clips full of red pills information. I sat in on Melanin Monday last night, and he gave an extraordinary fucking dissertation of summarizing his quantum supremacy lectures, his fear of a black and more lectures, the fact that he started this year on a Year of Fear hashtag campaign. He's on one, and this is the, you know, and they was telling me about Panic and Alim. They on one. They've always been on one. KT on one.
Alim Bay, my nigga. Shout out.
Like, These are people 19 keys on one. You know, these are the young guards that have stayed consistent with their observation, flirting, you know, with creation, flirting with that conversation that universe has and sticking with it. And she talks back. She wants attention, right? That magnetism that we talking about. You give her some attention, she gonna start fucking with you, and you're gonna be ahead of your time in no time before you know it, and on time in real time. So stick with your stick with that voice, stick with that, you know, that universal flirtation. Choose up, you know what I'm saying, and see what it gets you. But don't choose that weak shit. Don't choose that victimhood. This is not the time for that. You feel me? You're gonna end up in a fucking sunken place that you're not gonna make it back from. And unfortunately, we are watching that in real time take place. You know, so shout out. I'm sending strength, love, and light to the people who have lost loved ones in this period of transition. Know that your aunties and your mamas and your cousins and all of them, you know, light a candle for them, strengthen them up on the other side. You feel me? I make sure that I'm always paying that homage. You know what I mean? We always paying that homage. We keeping these gods of this pantheon charged up. You know what I mean? They have great force right now. Learn how to work with them. Bobby will be having a field day. Bobby will be having a field day right now.
This is the rise of the gods.
This is the rise of ancient ones. Harry Cody. The whole spiel, because he got the spiel from the early 2000s that are perfect for right now. Go into the archives.
Bobby said,
the guys done come, the new guys done came online. The old guys is, wait, she came to me. Her name is Nubecca Beth.
Bobby know all the guys
from the Babylonian sisters, the 72 ones, right? This is the anti version of them, and they came up from the deepest crevices of the sea, and they're here right now. What you got to do is set a pineapple out with a yellow candle, right? But you got to do is shit around between 4 and 5:30, and make sure that you know, you got to hit shorty from the back, and she got to cream down your left leg, and when you.
But yo, the nigga Bobby said one time he was doing a lecture. He like, yeah, goddamn me, I'm over. He said, yeah, I'm over here fucking with y'all, talking to y'all. Shit, I might be squatting in a bush in by Sunday because I ain't paying my rent.
Right, I got it on my album. You know,
bro.
Like, if you can't get my number because they're about to turn my phone off and I ain't pay my rent, so they're gonna kick me out too. Well, but he's telling you God information.
God information, but the nigga said, yeah, if you see me taking a leak in the alleyway, that's me.
That's a fact. And we seen it too, son.
Like, that's me. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to say this too. So I keep a business journal.
Yeah.
So any ideals that I have regarding business, I put it in this business journal, right? So the business journal is separate from a regular journal,
right?
Personal journal. So my ideals for any, if it's t-shirts or whatever, I make sure I put here. The reason why is because we think 70,000 thoughts a day, and some of them be platinum thoughts, and we don't document them shits, and we don't get them back, right? So once we think a thought, it doesn't belong to us anymore. It belongs to everybody. Right? So you want to keep a thing with you so you can write down all of your business ideals. Don't worry, even if it's chicken scratch, you know what I'm saying? In the middle of it, I'm not gonna show niggas, but I got how much I wanted to make this year. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is my business journal. You know what I mean? Because I understand about living forever, and you have to keep notes, right? They have to know you was here, right? Now, I'll leave off with this. If you're not a creative, if you're just a regular man and woman, you can still do extraordinary shit. I mentioned this one time on the show. I mentioned it before. right now work on building time capsules. So what you do is take a picture of yourself, write a note, say who you was, say what's going on with you, then put it in some type of non-perishable carton and bury it. Go to California, do the same shit. When you go to Louisiana, Mardi Gras, do the same shit, right? Leave pieces of yourself all over the world, bury the shit. That way, you'll create an Indiana Jones. Because once somebody finds that and you leave other clues to the next one, they're gonna go on a scavenger hunt for your shit. It could be 100 years from now, 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now. But these people that are looking at your shit, they're going to put your shit in a museum somewhere about this extraordinary person that left time capsules all around the world. So even if you're an average person, you can still do incredible, amazing shit. And this is about being essential. All right. So not as superficial as you niggas think.
My nigga's essential, man. You've been essential from day one. And I said that's why we're here on the 28th episode. I see a value, I acknowledge it, and I value it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that we had the opportunity to share it with the world. And this is a time capsule. So we Gucci for the future. Hit that Cash App, y'all. Show your appreciation. You feel me? Show your
Wait, Brew, can I do this real quick? Because I had a tough talk clap. I ain't been in the comment section. I just looked and I just read something. I want to address it because I feel like being petty. Somebody said about making money off your own people. Who the fuck else you gonna make money off of? People, period, nigga. Everybody's a customer, you weirdo. What the fuck type of logic is that, nigga? People talk about black people as if black people are fucking these weak ass infants. Nigga, black people can spend their money wherever the fuck they want to spend their money. What do you mean? Making money off your old people. If it's not a scam, if it's great product, what the fuck?
We, like I said, we have just shown our appreciation and improved our value. And we saying that you return that by showing appreciation and showing your appreciation for the value that was given. That's called good business, my nigga, right? It's not making money off your people trading no value for value. It's giving value that can't be compensated in fucking coins. You can't pay for this game, my nigga, right? If you listening to what it is that you're hearing this evening, you can't buy this. So the only thing that you would be doing is showing your appreciation because you can't buy it. You feel me? But there has been value given here tonight. That's all we're saying. And this is how we keep the shit flowing and going. All right. And on that note, I'm gonna leave it alone. Peace, love, and light.
You already know. My nigga, I'm gonna holler at you.
Peace, y'all. Come on.